What it do, fans? Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sovereign Citizen Sunday. We're going to look at some sovereign citizens being crazy and trying to break the law. It'll be a good time. Let's see if I missed any bit messages or subs. Kirthan, thanks for 16 months, says first day of the last semester of undergrad tomorrow. Well, I hope that it goes by quickly for you and smoothly. Goddess of Anubis posted some fan art of the quartering and his lovely Brie Larson collection, which of course is situated conveniently very close to his piss desk. So, thank you for that piece of fan art. Very fun. Let's see. Windchanter with 45 bits links a video. Oh god. This is, oh no, what is this?
Downplay how anti-vax the conservative movement. I mean, everyone knows the conservative movement is very anti-vax because we're very smart. Of course we're going to be anti-vax.
I feel ya. This is a problem that'll solve itself.
But he's been...
I have good comedic timing. Good for me. Alright, what else? Wabbajack. or Wabjik, which I assume is short for Wabbajack, or it just makes me think of it from the Elder Scrolls. Have you seen Glenn Serio's recent magnum opus of a video? He's completely lost it. I've not, no. Blackwing Hecate says, squeeze, if her heating bill isn't too bad, or I can convince her to let me pay for the tickets, cough, my girlfriend might be coming over for a few days. Oh, fun. I hope you're able to do that, and I hope you have a good time. The Hannah Blu-ray page contains Brie Larson, so Jeremy would very much hate it. Oh yeah, one of the first ones I cataloged was the Brie Larson one. Captain Marvel. I don't know why. I was just grabbing random movies off the shelf. I gotta do that. I started a Blu-ray.com account, because for those who don't know, I collect movies. I'm up to about 650 now. 650 movies and TV shows. And I want to catalog them on Blu-ray.com so people can see my collection and talk to other collectors about it. But I only have like 2 movies on there at this point. I think it's like Captain Marvel and Iron Man. Oh, a hype train. Thank you. It's Sassy. Thanks for 12 months. Says, has it been a year already? Apparently it has. Happy anniversary. Steve with a Q with 15 months. Thank you very much. Austy Wasty says 100 bits for more movies. Well, thank you very much. There's a decent chance it will go towards some sort of movie. Goddess of Anubis, thanks for 3 months. Says, my brother watches The Quivering Sag. That's not good. That's not good. Level 1 complete. Let's continue the hype train, and hopefully we can get to level 5. That'd be nice. Where did I already exit the music? I usually play the music when I... That's a shame. Only got 50 bits right now, so you're gonna save them? Of course. I'm not entitled to your bits. Like, I appreciate support, but I recognize that I am not entitled to it. Do whatever you want with them. Blackwing Hecate says, can someone tell me what Sadger? Sadger. What's Sadger? I don't know what that means. 13% to level 2. Let's see, what could we watch while we're waiting for the hype train to come to fruition? Bumble Homestead, thanks for 100 bits. Look at your hair. Oh, nice. I think it looks good. Hmm. 21% to level 2. Parker Lionheart says, hello Hannah, how are you in chat? I'm good.
This marriage that everyone thinks is a sham because you're gay?
I'm sorry. Everyone thinks I'm gay.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a running joke in the family. I mean, you know that, right? Because of the misleading way you talk sometimes.
Oh, you're saying the way
Isaac Inanimate says, I'm saying Hannah deserves all your bits. Hand him over and no one gets hurt.
I talk makes me sound gay?
Oh, it's a good dye job.
When in the last year have I said anything remotely
And upper thighs. I think I'd like that. A lot. Maybe even give you a discount for my company.
leading?
Citosaurus says, got my 5G booster shot on Friday. Had minimal issues other than tiredness and some mild stomach upset and sweatiness. I'm feeling a lot better today, though, or feeling a little better today, though. Got that Pfizer to counteract the Johnson & Johnson nonsense. Well, I'm glad. Um, 32% to level 2.
What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Kick ass.
and I'm all out of bubble.
Bubblegum.
To arms, brothers!
Mama don't like tattletales.
Rip Rowdy Roddy Piper. Wait, is he dead? Is Roddy Piper dead? Someone confirm. Is he dead? Blackwing Hecate with 45 bits. Oh, nice. Might die of consumption later. Funny. He is dead. All right. Confirmed rip. Confirmed rip, Roddy. What are we at? You always thought that quote was from Duke Nukem until I saw that They Live clip. Duke Nukem references it. 35% to level 2 with only 40 seconds left. Don't you dare let the dream die, chat. If we don't get to level 5, then you'll make the angels cry. I have a right to travel through this hype train, goddammit. Thank you, Procagom, gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. I appreciate that. Bitter Grin with 100 bits. Thank you, Procagom, for saving the train. Very much so. You're the MVP. Unless Robert Morley's here, then he tends to be the MVP. Whoever the MVP is whoever gives me the most money. E-begging for my job. E-begging for my job. Don't you love when you gotta ask people on the internet for money? Kirthan with 100 bits says, but if I want the angels to cry? Well, then you've done a bad job. You just gave me 100 bits. Overthought with 100 bits says, I don't care if the angels cry. Let the demons laugh. Hail Satan. Goddess of Anubis says, it's my birthday tomorrow and I'm turning 30. Gonna go because my internet can't handle stream. See you later. All right. Have a happy birthday. I hope your 30th is excellente. Blackwing Hecate with 45 bits and a link. We're at 89% to level 3 already.
Rolling suicide.
Everything's table. Funny. Procagom says, I have one job, and that is to save at least one hype train when I'm around. Well, thank you. Your sacrifice is noted. Windchanter says, I don't know how I got here. Last I remember I was watching a talking book and a pedo dog, and now I'm here. Yeah, me too. I feel like I was just editing that video.
You got twisted up in this scene.
91% to level 3.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck.
Ferris Hex, thanks for gifting a sub.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start. What in the goddamn?
Anonymous Cheerer, thanks for 100 bits. We're 18% to level 4. What the fuck? If someone's not into New Vegas, they're like, what the fuck is this shit? I should probably pick something that's more general. Can we never talk about Salty again? What? You don't want to... Hold on. Salty, the singing songbook. Are you telling me that you don't believe that this man, that this book man is the height of human civilization? It's mono audio, so if you only have one headphone in, it might be quiet. Hi, daughter of Tiamat. Oh, there's the dog. I hate that fucking dog.
Trying to go back to sleep. Yeah, Michael, we've got...
Why the hell did you specifically choose the dog episode? You know that's the most horrific one. Yeah, that's why I chose it.
Lots to do tomorrow, and you're keeping us awake. I can't help it. I'm just used to sleeping with my nightlight.
Excuse me, boys.
What's that? It's shining. Johnny, you got me a nightlight. It's not a nightlight.
Windchanter with 45-bit says, I remember my original search was for Colby the Robot for nostalgia purposes, then I got salty and Bible Man. In fairness, Bible Man is also pretty rad. Bible Man, Bible Man. The Bible Man Triaconta Trilogy. What the fuck does that mean? You know, my movie collection needs more Bible Man. Yes, it does! I'm gonna own every episode of Bible Man and you can't stop me. Bumble Homestead with 100-bit says, obviously they got these kids from Juilliard. Monster Jr., thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Oh yeah, this is the good Bible Man theme song.
The Bible Man's coming, so you better stick around. A brand new episode is coming to your town. A whole lot of fun with the greatest book of all. Yeah, the Bible Man's coming and it's gonna be a ball.
Go get everyone you know.
Cause it's just about time for the Bible Man Show. It's the Bible, it's the Bible, it's the Bible Man Show. We're learning how to live and we're learning how to grow.
Storytelling, picture painting, grooving, don't you know? Everybody get ready for the Bible Man Show. Everybody get ready for the Bible Man Show.
Why do I love terrible things? 25% to level 5. Oh, boo, you're wonderful. Don't insult yourself. You're my fiance, goddammit. I love you. You're wonderful.
Come on, guys.
Hold on, where's the Shadow of Doubt? That one had the rad song. It's Ceci. Thanks for 500 bits, bringing us to 42% to level 5. We will get, once we're done with the hype train, I swear to God, we're going to get to the sovereign citizens. I just don't want to start them while we're doing hype train stuff, because there's always a lot of bit messages. Sidosaurus says, luckily, when I was in my youth group, I was past the age where Bible Man would be appropriate. However, that didn't stop them from forcing VeggieTales down our throats on the regular. I was maybe a little melodramatic about my hatred of those little vegetables, but it was a bit much. See, that's weird, because Bible Man and VeggieTales are made for the same age group. Honestly, Bible Man might be for a little bit older kids. Blackwing Hecate says, I was just thinking, don't say mean shit about Baja. I never would. Windchanter says, Willie Ames is the best Bible Man. True!
And now for my acne instant minions. Don't leave Hades without them.
Procagam says, 2 cull 4 skull is forever burned into my subconscious.
It's shake-up time!
Oh, is this the good version? On the newer releases of this, they replaced the song with a way shittier song, but this is the original, I think.
The name is Doubt. Shadow of Doubt.
Who's the brand new evil in your town?
Shadow of Doubt.
Who's the
Sidosaurus
baddest
has
bad
no
guy
idea, but
all
they
around?
did Fruity Tales for the Christmas play one year.
Plan to take you down.
Shadow of Doubt.
Who's both the verb and the noun?
Shadow of Doubt.
You can take your faith, turn it upside down. You can rock your world. You save this little cloud.
The villains are always the best part of the show. Yeah, and they're mostly played by the same guy. If you watch Bible Man nowadays, I fucking root for the villain. He's so funny. And Bible Man's such a dork.
This is delightfully.
Yeah, Willie Ames is in Charles in charge. 50% to level 5 with a minute and a half left.
Ooh, he's looking fine. He's playing with your mind. He's my favorite villain. If you don't, you will be illin'.
You better be good, you better watch out, 'cause doubt is out.
Who brings the Bible Man to his knees?
Shadow of Doubt.
Who fills your mind with doubt disease?
Shadow of Doubt.
The evil guy that aims to please.
Shadow of Doubt.
Who eats his carrots and his peas.
Shadow of Doubt.
His heart's so cold he can...
Tea with Goblins with 100-bit says, yay, Sovereign Citizens, my favorite. Hoping everyone is doing well. I hope you're doing well, too. Bumble Homestead says, tosses a coin to Bard Hannah. famous for mocking the town baddies as they stagger through the square. Sidosaurus says, I see why they changed the song. They probably got threatened by CNC Music Factory for that shit. Oh, almost certainly. Bittergrin, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community and getting us up to level 5. So appreciated. We did it, everyone. I didn't think we would do it today, but we got to level 5. So thank you, everyone, so much for supporting the show and making sure we can keep doing this. So let's finish this fucking bop of a song, and then we'll do the Sovereign Citizens.
Make your brain freeze. The shadow of cloud makes doubting God a breeze.
Whoa, Elton's in the house.
Hats off.
Shadow, you're our hero.
The Bible man's a zero.
His eyes are baby blue. He's coming after you.
Just one dose of my doubt toxins and you'll be begging for mercy. Mercy. Mercy.
He's my favorite villain. If you don't, you will be yelling. His head's so nice and shiny. But his mind is oh so tiny. A grown man in his jammies. Trying to perpetrate a whammy. He's got no underwear. But he doesn't got no hair.
You better be good, you better watch out, 'cause doubt is out. Doubt is out.
Oh, God. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair.
Hi, may I help you? Today's special is beef fricassee smothered in a lovely Cajun elk sauce.
One sec. I'm gonna fix this. Watch Bible Man while I fix this.
2 Timothy 2:19 says that God's truth stands firm like a great rock, and nothing can shake it. And guess what? That means you.
Miss me, now you gotta... Never mind.
All right, much better. So that's the hats off and a hydrate. And we're all caught up, I think. Did I already do the anti-happy song? Maybe later. I don't want to watch 2 in a row. I'm sure people are here who just want to get to the Sovereign Citizens. So. I look like I'm going to one of those eyes wide shut sex parties. I'm great. Yeah. Wait, did I miss Wind Chanter bits? Oh, remember, kids, never doubt anything ever. Sorry, I missed those. Funny. Ooh, this is quick, but it's kind of funny, so let's check it out. This is a sovereign citizen from, I believe, Australia, and this is a news article, or a news video about it.
2 days after he was arrested for allegedly setting fire to the front of Old Parliament House, the suspected arsonist is released on bail.
Happy to be out.
But just minutes after leaving jail, the 30-year-old was arrested again.
Channel 7 is trash. Noted.
Let's go down. Come on, come on.
Accused of breaching his bail conditions by re-entering the Canberra suburb of Parkes, not far from Old Parliament.
We're here to grab his belongings and then he's on his way.
You probably should have just grabbed it for him. If he's not allowed as part of his parole to go get his stuff.
Originally taken into custody on Sunday, police say the Victorian man repeatedly carried hot coals from a smoking ceremony fire in the car park up the steps to the front doors, stoking the blaze, helping it spread. His name suppressed to protect him from retribution, he's part of the Sovereign Citizen movement, a group that believes the government is illegitimate and laws don't apply to them.
We've taken a stand to now assert our sovereignty and challenge the jurisdiction of the Australian Corporation.
Several supporters moving from the lawns of Old Parliament to the ACT Magistrates Court. As another of their members, arrested for trespass, also walked free on bail.
Australian Capital Territory Police, the AFP, the Australian Government, the Commonwealth, all of it. It's all a fiction and it doesn't belong on this land.
His freedom short-lived, the alleged arsonist will now spend another night in custody before facing the magistrate again tomorrow, who may not be as ready to grant him bail a second time. Rob Scott, 7 News.
Tea with Goblins elaborates and says, oh, this guy, he's a sovereign citizen who's been appropriating Aboriginal sovereignty campaigns. He's been widely condemned by Indigenous activists for adopting the narratives of largely white supremacist movements. Yikes. That sounds terrible. Well, he's in prison now, or at least in jail, waiting trial, so I guess we'll see how that goes. $500 trillion lawsuit against the federal government. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hello, my name is Scott Workman. I am the founder of Friends of the Original Constitution. We are suing the federal government and over 140 monopolists for $500 trillion.
How much money is there in the world? Hold on. How much money is in the world? Okay, there is $40 trillion in circulation in the world. So he wants a little over 10 times the amount of money that exists in the world. I think you're probably going to have a hard time justifying that amount in court. I wish you luck.
To take back what they have stolen from us, and additionally for bribery, treason, fraud, murder, corruption, collusion, conspiracy, pedophilia, sex trafficking, slavery, and kidnapping.
That's a long list. Also, those are criminal charges, not civil.
For conspiring with the American Medical Association, the CDC.
Oh, he's an anti-vax, sovereign citizen type. H-Baird says, is that physical money or the amount it accounts? Due to fractional banking, he may be asking for the total amount of everyone's money in the world. Let me see. This is 2022. Yeah, this includes all physical money and money deposited in savings and checking accounts. Money in the form of investments, derivatives, and cryptocurrencies, however, does equal 1.3 quadrillion. So he only wants a quarter of all the value of everything in the world. So he's actually pretty generous there. He doesn't want 10 times the money in the world. He just wants 25% of everyone's assets.
And Big Pharma in extortion, exploitation, and disease racketeering schemes. They've destroyed our health, our freedoms, our liberty, and have stolen our constitutional government. Today, we are exposing the federal government as a fraudulent government that supplanted our constitutional government with a foreign corporation that is masquerading as our government.
No, the federal government is not a private for-profit corporation. I do not know why they think this. We've looked into this before. I don't understand. The United States government is not a private corporation. It's just not.
The top leadership in the federal government are criminals that are conspiring with monopolists in their genocidal plans to overthrow the freedom of all lands, nations, and countries.
Oh boy, okay, no. Top officials in governments are conspiring to make a lot of money with large companies. I don't disagree about that, but they are not trying to genocide you.
Friends of the Original Constitution is organizing a constitutional convention and court to prosecute.
You cannot organize a constitutional convention. The only people who can organize a constitutional convention are either the states or I believe Congress with, is it just a supermajority? Hold on. How to call for constitutional convention. 34 of the 50 state legislatures would need to apply for the states to bypass Congress. 2/3 of the state legislature, Congress is constitutionally required to call it. 2/3 vote, so supermajority or a majority of states.
Execute the following. All leadership in the federal government, the American Medical Association, the CDC, all pharmaceutical companies, all vaccine companies, big chemical companies, all leadership of Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, and MSNBC, the 5G networks, the World Health Organization.
The 5G he's just listing things that anti-vaxxers and conspiracy theorists don't like.
Bill Gates, George Soros, Bill and Hillary Clinton, the Rockefeller Empire.
Specifically Bill and Hillary Clinton. Chelsea, you're fine.
Anthony Fauci, Big Oil, the Federal Reserve Bank, and many more. You can find the full list of defendants on our complaint and lawsuit. We the people united in majority.
It's very strange to me that if he genuinely believed in this conspiracy, that he would think making this video was a good idea. Because let's imagine a second a world where his, like, crazy conspiracy theory is true, right? And all this is true. It's not, but we're imagining it for a second. 5 seconds after he posts this video, 6 different snipers should be trained on him. You think you're gonna make a YouTube video saying you want to sue everyone in the world with any power? How do you think that's gonna go? Especially considering in his fantasy world, these people are already evil villain people who are like, rawr, you know, and beyond typical capitalism evil of, like, exploiting people and doing what you need to do to get wealth, but, like, genocidal evil. Blackwing Hecate says, I like how it's a mix of specific people, organizations, companies, and concepts. Hi, Drake.
Majority hold all authority and jurisdiction in this country, and we hereby revoke our consent, revoke our signatures on all contracts, rescind any authority given, and revoke the jurisdiction of the federal corporation fraudulent crime organization masquerading as our government. We consent only to be under the jurisdiction of the Constitutional Convention and Court, where our constitutional government will be restored and the defendants in this lawsuit will be tried for their crimes against us.
Does he understand that a constitutional convention would mean that, like, great representatives from states would come together and change the Constitution? Like, he doesn't just get to say, I want a constitutional convention. Alright, I want a constitutional convention. Chat, 2/3 majority, I assume, will vote free healthcare for everyone. Great, constitutional convention adjourned. Enjoy the free healthcare. Boom. Like, no, that's not how it works.
We authorized a first delegate, Judge and General Chairman Scott Workman. We call upon all states to elect delegates for this constitutional convention and court, and authorize them to prosecute and judge all matters of the lawsuit to restore our constitutional government according to the Declaration of Restoration, dated July 6th, 2021, 7621. We the people's signature on the Declaration of Restoration authorizes everything we are going to accomplish at the Constitutional Convention and Court. Upon our success, everyone in the USA, except the defendants, will receive one or more of the following. $100,000 to every adult. A one-time forgiveness.
Isaac Inanimate with 100 bits says, bring in the dancing lobsters. Dahlia Vianney. Dahlia Vianney. Thank you for subscribing for 3 months. Joey is strong. Thanks for 100 bits.
Of all your debts. All mortgages, taxes, loans, all debts forgiven. $200,000 to every small business. $500,000 to whistleblowers. $200,000 to those who've lost their home or apartment.
Joey is strong. Thanks for 100 bits.
Millions to large businesses.
It's kind of... Wait, you want millions of dollars to go to large businesses and banks? Why? Didn't you just say that you want to take on large corporations?
Banks and private lenders. $1 million to farms. $100,000 to restaurants and grocery stores. $1 million to doctors. $218,000 to nurses. $1 million to public and private K-12 schools. $50 million to colleges and universities. Non-defendant employees.
I don't think $1 million is as much to a public school district as he thinks it is. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, but, like, You get a big enough school, $1 million is, you know. Dahlia Vianney says, you pronounce my name differently every time, and it's the best. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Employees of ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter will become the new ownership of these companies. Trillions will be given, not loaned, but given to individuals and businesses to turn this economy around and end this criminal reign of tyranny forever. Trillions will be given to those families who've lost loved ones due to the COVID-19 vaccine.
How do I put this? First of all, MH Dark Beast, thanks for 20 months, says, salutations, Hannah, hope you're doing well today. Have you tried your Long John Silver's mac and cheese with crumbles as of yet? Love your mask, Super Sovereign Slayer. I don't think there's a Long John Silver's around me, unfortunately. And I'm trying to only do, like, one restaurant thing a month, and I already did Denny's the other day. Nick says, what fresh fuckery did I come into? This guy's trying to sue everyone for $500 trillion. So, I'm not an economist, but if you gave everyone in the United States $100,000 to $1 million immediately, isn't that gonna cause, like, insane inflation and devalue the currency? Like, I don't know, but it just seems like a bad idea. Like a really bad idea.
Billions will be...
Why Denny's? I like Denny's. Fuck you. Sometimes you need greasy breakfast food.
Given to the scientists who
hydrate,
develop a reversing agent for the COVID-19 vaccine. And there's more. All leadership in the federal government will be fired. The IRS, income taxes, and property taxes will be permanently eliminated. All authority to govern schools...
How are you going to pay for literally anything? You're getting rid of income and property. Did he also say sales tax? How are you going to pay for literally anything? Roads, schools, firemen, cops. What are you going to do?
Given back to the parents and the states. The Federal Reserve Bank eliminated and its assets transferred.
Ooh, is he going to try and say return to the gold standard? Is he going to say return to the gold standard?
To a citizen-owned central bank.
If I want to eat trash, that's my choice? Yeah? You're watching this show. If you want to watch trash, it's your choice. Fuck you.
A new social safety net, including a new actual healthcare system. A new seniors retirement program, increased to $2,500 per month per person. And a college student program funded by our new citizen-owned central bank.
Again, how will it be funded, though? You got rid of all taxes. Prokagam says people will obviously willingly give money to a government that they believe in. That always works.
Restoration of liberty, our freedoms, and the original Constitution. We'll amend it to stop any future corruption before it can ever start. Trillions will be allocated to...
Can you give specifics on how you're going to create a corruption-proof government? Because that would be impressive considering no one in the history of the world has come up with that one. H. Baird says, according to the Illinois Constitution, sales taxes aren't allowed. Fun fact, you pay a use tax whenever you buy something that's a percentage of the purchase price. Maybe that is this angle.
Anyone who supports this movement throughout the world. And after we are successful, the amount of 100 times the original donation will be allocated to all donors.
Oh, it's a scam. That makes more sense now. In my opinion, it sounds like a scam. Give me money now to do this lawsuit, and I'll give you 100 times. Yeah, that's illegal. I don't think you're allowed to say that. Prokagam says, wait, when he says the original Constitution, does he actually mean the Articles of Confederation? No, he probably means the Constitution as it was enacted in its original form in, like, 1789, I believe the Constitution was ratified. Could be wrong. Usually, sovereign citizens believe for some reason that the Constitution as it existed in, like, 1789 is the real Constitution. And amendments are a bad thing. yes, I recognize that that would also mean that amendments like, you know, ending slavery, except for prisons, universal suffrage, all that would go away. I don't know how they feel about that or if they've even thought of it. Scott Comet Fallen says, do they not understand how anything works? Like anything? No. Hello.
Yeah, cute.
Thanks. How am I acting weird?
Just very hyper?
Oh.
Funded by We the People's new central bank. And this is just a small sampling of what we are going to accomplish at the Constitutional Convention and Court. Check our website for more details.
Yeah, some of it's stuck under my mask. Windchanter with 45 bits, post a link.
All right, gentlemen, I'll take...
Can't play it. Disney owns The Simpsons.
We are doing what...
Although that is a funny bit.
James Madison did in 1787. We are calling for a convention of the state.
No! Money down!
Or a constitutional convention. But instead of creating a new form of government...
Kathy Bates thing for a cleanse later. Okay.
We are going to restore the original government and restore the original constitution that...
This guy sounds like the American Marcel Bissett. He does. Speaking of which, if you didn't hear, what's his name? Oh, I remember. I must have spelled it wrong.
Oh, yeah, you spelled it very wrong.
Ah, why?
'Cause cute.
Sky Cup Fallen says you're relying on donations. He believes libertarians will donate to things. How do you spell it?
Z-U-R.
That one?
At least I think so. You spelled Marcel wrong.
How is it?
With one L.
God damn it. I'm real good at typing. You wouldn't believe my fucking Mavis Beacon score.
Just look at Marcel Bissett.
He wasn't under Marcel Bissett, though, I don't think.
It said also goes by Marcel Bissett.
It did. Well, I can't find it right now, but someone sent me a thing. Marcel is wanted by the Canadian Mounted Police.
RCMP.
Yeah. That's what it stands for. Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Yeah, I know, but you said Canadian Mounted Police.
Yeah, he threatened a governor or something. So he's on the run. Or at least hiding. That's why we haven't heard from him.
That was stolen from us by thieves, liars, criminals.
It's okay though, guys. He's a judge. They're fucked.
Monopolists and wannabe dictators. We don't need a revolution to get this job done. We don't need a declaration of independence. We don't need to gain independence from ourselves. We just need a declaration of restoration, which I've written, declaring our intentions to the world, which I've just done. Exposing the federal corporation, fraudulent crime organization, masquerading as our government.
Nope, they're the government. Blackwing Hecate says, as badass as the RCMP are, red surge uniforms look super goofy.
These thieves...
I'm sure it's not old, it's a new one.
Criminals and liars.
He has been wanted before, but someone sent me a recent wanted bulletin from, I forget what territory he was in. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Hold on. Let me type that name. I spelled it wrong. Doesn't this mean slavery would be legal again? Yeah. Yeah, it would. Here it is. No, that's the 2014 one. Where's the 2021 one? Damn it. Well, Someone sent it to me. I can find it at some point, probably. I'm gonna have to look, though. Bloodwine says, totally really real audio of Marcel fleeing the RCMP. Hold on, I'll find the thing someone sent me. It's on Twitter. I have a bunch of friends who horny post, though. So I have to take it off the screen. Ooh, the page 404'd. Did they get him? That would explain... Oh, nope, there it is. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, so Marcel Zerwell... this is posted December 15th, 2021. Suspect also calls himself Marcel Bissett, age 42, 5'7", brown hair, brown eyes. Targeted mandate, threats made against an internationally protected person, threats made against a person. They're looking for him in Winnipeg, which is where he's always said his videos were. Do not try to apprehend this person yourself. To report any information, contact Arborg RCMP Detachment 204-376-5253. Yeah, so if you see a fucking judge running through your yard ranting about Peacemaker Society and stuff, probably call someone. Blackwing Hecate says, for no reason besides supporting the community, cough. What's Sarah's Twitter? It's at Legend of Phoenix or something. She retweets tons of porn. So if you're into that, go for it. She has a friend, too, who's like her closest friend. And he posts a ton of Final Fantasy Online lewds. That's a whole thing, I guess. Tea with Goblin says, sure hope the Mounties are up to Marcel's street fighting levels. And El Manado says, did anyone check the basement of his old Peacemaker process? The judge is fucked. Yeah. So, just letting everyone know, Marcel is officially wanted. We probably won't hear from him ever again. At least not for a really long time.
Have deceived us. And it is our intention to peacefully restore our constitutional government according to Article 5 of the original Constitution for the very purposes I'm talking about today. And your signature on the Declaration of Restoration authorizes it. It also authorizes the interim constitutional government, convention, and court. And we hereby notify the defendants as follows. You, the defendants, are hereby served with the following cease and desist orders. And
that's not how that works. You don't just serve people by saying it. Did you have a dead channel or do I have a dead channel archive? I do. I'm gonna give it a little bit, just because I'm holding out hope Marcel's gonna do some crazy message from On the Run, but Marcus Drake says I missed earlier bits. Sorry. Marcus Drake said, for context, introducing sovereign citizens to my boss, a commercial lawyer turned academic, involved the phrase, wait, do they honestly think that's how the UCC works? That's not how any contract works, ever. And I'm going to have to ask Professor Blank about this weird constitutional law thing, because this makes no sense. And then Bumble Homestead links Sarah's Twitter. Yeah. If you want Sarah's Twitter, there it is. I'm sure there's not safe for work stuff on there.
Official injunction.
I think she posted a video of, or not a video, she posted a picture of herself in a maid outfit a while back, so if you want to see that.
To immediately stop the following: disease exploitation, extortion, and racketeering, propaganda and false narratives such as the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's not a false narrative. There's a pandemic. Please get vaccinated.
hiding or suppressing the truth, advertising the effectiveness of vaccines, drugs, and unnatural products.
What's an unnatural product? Vaccines are good. Get them, please.
The oppression and suppression of natural remedies. The enforcement of mandates, orders, or laws that force people to do anything unconstitutional, including but not limited to shutdowns, vaccinations, medications, face masks.
His glasses are more of an unnatural product than vaccines are. True! Yeah, Daddy Sume posted his lewd account too, if you want it. Audits Noir says unnatural products includes his glasses and his clothing and the microphone and computer he's using. Nick says, is this on YouTube? He's saying a bunch of yeetable stuff. It is on YouTube.
Social distancing or stay-at-home orders. Liberty, which is freedom of choice, cannot be taken away, only by way of legitimate due process of law as spelled out in the original Constitution. This court orders all health departments closed effective immediately.
Sarah ain't got shit on you. Sarah has better tits than you.
All positions, all employment are hereby terminated.
It's a joke. I'm not actually sexualizing my friends.
Trade associations are not allowed to monopolize, dictate, govern, enforce, or act in any way regarding the people's health. A new healthcare system will be established and based on a keep you well system and liberty. It will be a multi-healthcare system, including but not limited to naturopathic, holistic, homeopathic, quantum frequency.
Quantum frequency? Holy words that don't mean anything, Batman.
Essential oils, chiropractic, allopathic, etc. This court orders full disclosure to patients of the health risks of drugs and vaccines prescribed by the trade association known as the American Medical Association. No one can prohibit or prevent doctors, nurses, or pharmacists from merging their practices with or health insurance industry paying for natural products or services. No one can prohibit or restrict the free exercise of speech, peaceable assembly, religion, or any...
H. Baird says, conservatism divides society into those who the law protects but doesn't bind, and those whom the law binds but does not protect. The fact that public health rules bind everybody completely freaks these people out. Nick says, I just won blackout on Quack Bingo.
Other rights guaranteed by the Constitution. No one can prohibit or prevent invention.
I don't even know what that word means, but Blackwing Hecate says Daddy Sume is very... yabai? I don't know what that word means.
Such as hydrogen fuels, natural remedies, organic products, alternative or free energies, etc. This court orders the cease and desist.
Wait, what free energies? Like, thermodynamically, there is no such thing as free energy.
Of genetically modified seeds, as well as the use of unnatural chemical pesticides. We order the immediate cease and desist of fluoride being added to the water supplies of this country.
Oh my god, it's for your fucking teeth.
We order the immediate cease and desist.
I think a lot of towns don't even do it as much anymore because now modern day toothpastes almost always have fluoride in them unless you specifically look for a toothpaste that doesn't have it, so...
Desist of any IRS activities. We order all 5G network companies to cease and desist all activity related to 5G.
Again, 5G's fine. I have it right now. I have 3 bars of 5G. It's fine.
We order the immediate cease and desist of any elections, except resolutions by the states and territories.
Oh, good. He wants to stop all elections. Very democratic. Blackwing Hecate says it means dangerous. In this case, it means lewd.
To call for.
Baja says, do you know how much less crop yield we would have if we stopped using GMO crops? A lot less. A lot of people would die.
A constitutional convention and court.
Or be malnourished.
And to elect delegates, as set forth in chapters 5 and 7 of Scott Workman's book, Map of Thieves. Any attempt by the federal corporation, fraudulent crime organization, masquerading as our government, to issue gag orders, hinder the truth, violate liberty, the Constitution, to threaten the people, the press, or whistleblowers, are of none effect and null and void. Classified documents cannot be excluded in discovery, and any attempt to redact, alter, destroy, or hide the truth from the people will have serious consequences. All documents demanded must be immediately surrendered without redaction. By all...
Under what authority
All defendants. No exceptions. This court orders that no...
Astrofox says, I mean, technically, like, all modern crops are GMO via breeding, so we wouldn't have any. We need to use genetic modification to unmodify them. We need to un-GMO them by GMOing them.
Convicted defendant will receive any benefits from this lawsuit or be able to participate in the incentive programs as listed in the complaint. This court orders that anyone who attempts to suppress, mandate, or legislate against the truth, we the people, this court, this lawsuit, or the Constitutional Convention and court, or who continue on in any unconstitutional activities, will be added to the list of defendants in the complaint and will be subject to all consequences listed in the lawsuit, including but not limited to loss of assets and possessions and employment, and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent. And they will lose their ability to participate in the programs and incentives as listed in the complaint. To all the defendants, due process has now been served on you. This court declares the following. Any form...
It's not a court. You're not a judge. The last bald guy who said he was a judge to me, he's wanted by the Mounties, okay? I wouldn't say that if I were you.
Of mass communication, including but not limited to the internet, email, blogs, platforms.
Oh no, who died now? Oh shit! It's Bob Saget. Bob Saget's dead. What the fuck? That's gotta be drugs, right? He was only 65. Hold on, let me look. I shouldn't say that before I know. The circumstances are still unclear. That sucks. I know people can die. I mean, most people don't, especially considering he's not like obese or anything. People don't usually just die at 65 for no reason. Hope it's not COVID. Yeah, I hope not too. Blackwing Hecate says, oh no. Anyway, I'm not even a huge fan or anything of him, but like, dang, that sucks. Like, I didn't find his stand-up funny. In my opinion, his stand-up was a little too crass just for crassness sakes, but he still did, you know, he was on Full House, and he did America's Funniest Home Videos, and I don't know. That sucks. Halloween Town says, oof. What's this? Somebody check in on Bob Saget. Oh, God. Yikes.
Platforms, news,
P-Meal, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs.
media, television, radio, print, flyers, word of mouth, rallies.
It's possible he could have had cancer or some other disease that he was dealing with privately. I shouldn't have jumped to... people are saying he died in a hotel. Just rumors right now. I would have... Once TMZ reports it, it's usually true. I don't like TMZ. They're scumbags. But when they report celebrity deaths, usually they are like... Sure. I shouldn't imply it's drugs. It's just so many comedians over the years have died due to drugs or things like that. It's just the first thought that comes into my head. But I shouldn't say that without knowing.
Peaceable assemblies that broadcast the complaint will serve as a notification to the defendants and will be the lawful means of issuance, delivery, and acceptance.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier just died too at like 95 or something.
Of the service of process for the Constitutional Convention and Court and all the proceedings there pertaining. We declare your COVID-19 pandemic an illegal racketeering and extortion scheme. You, a criminal organization, a fraudulent corporation that is masquerading as our government and controlled by monopolists, have created a problem for the purpose of solving the problem by extortion.
It wouldn't be inconceivable that it could be something like a heart attack. I'm not saying it's impossible, but he was in a hotel room. If he was having a heart attack, you'd think he would have been able to call for help, get something. Although he's wealthy, so I guess my conception of a hotel room is smaller than the hotel room he was probably in. I don't know. I'm reserving judgment.
You've coerced the mainstream media to fill us with fear by your...
Nick says, I'm willing to bet this guy is going to get Herman Cain's autograph within the calendar year.
...propaganda, and intimidated people throughout the world that if they don't go along with your mandates, they will lose their...
Oof, Nick's Pixie, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know what I'm talking about then. I apologize.
...lives or their livelihood.
He had a history of drug abuse and he's not really rich? Okay.
You are an ongoing criminal...
Cocaine? I'm pretty sure he was a comedian like in the 80s. Very much seems like a cocaine guy.
...enterprise that has stolen our constitutional government, our liberty, our health, and our freedoms. We, the people, are reclaiming the trillions of dollars that these criminals have extorted from us, as well as the truth about what really causes...
These people are exhausting, I know. This guy's almost done at least.
...disease, and what...
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about the Bob Saget thing.
...really cures disease. We intend to prosecute them for their crimes. Up until now, we've been playing in their ballpark, by their rules. That's the problem. Their ballpark, their rules. That's why nothing has changed and why no movement has gotten anywhere until now. Because when you play by their rules, you are not standing in a constitutional ballpark or jurisdiction. What we've done today is expose their fraudulent ballpark and revoke their authority and jurisdiction. We're restoring the original ballpark where we the people are its rightful authority. They must now play in our ballpark by our rules. They are now under our authority and our jurisdiction. We, the people, can do whatever we agree to do at the Constitutional Convention and Court. Your signature on the Declaration of Restoration authorizes it. Go now to friendsoftheoriginalconstitution.org and sign the Declaration of Restoration as a citizen of the United States and become a plaintiff in our lawsuit. Discover the benefits that are available to you. Join this cause of liberty. Become a refounder and a co-restorer of our constitutional government. You have everything to gain and a fraudulent government to lose. Tell everyone you know about this movement.
This just sounds like the Pepsi version of you have nothing to lose but your chains.
The sooner we get enough
yeah, you have to pay to be part of their lawsuit.
Signatures on
again, in my opinion, it sounds like a scam. He just wants money.
Restoration, the sooner we can hold the Constitutional Convention and Court and retrieve our stolen treasure. May God grant us success.
Oh, what a guy. Not a good guy, but a guy. I think Oliver just pooped and it smells like lunch meat. Why, Ollie? Why? Why does your poop smell like lunch meat? Oh, did you see this guy? He tried to jump out a window because the cops are coming for him. He was, I guess, like a he was kidnapping someone. Oh, you think it was Cass? That'd be good. She hasn't pooped in like a week almost. Nick says, maybe you keep getting bad lunch meat, Hannah.
Where are you going?
Yeah, don't try and jump out a window. That's not going to go well, probably. Oh boy, what about this guy? Remember last Sovereign Citizen we had the guy who was a big asshole? Let's take a look and see some of his other audits, air quotes. No, Ollie's okay. Ollie's pooped. Cass hasn't pooped because she's been sick, but hopefully she just did, so. This is not the guy who went to Mexico. No, this is some other Sovereign Citizen.
So, like, you wonder why people hate cops. Like, why the fuck do you park that guy? There's no emergency here. There's nobody being robbed here. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Right there, buddy.
Can I get your business card, please?
Let me handle this and I'll give you one, okay?
There's nothing to handle. There's no emergency.
Well, he wants me to file a report, so let me handle
I'm sure
that
he
first.
does, but can I get your card?
I will after this.
This kind of shithead parking is why we want to defund police. This kind of shithead...
You know, on the list of reasons that I think we need police reform, the way they park, not very high on the list. The way they shoot fleeing suspects, that's pretty high on the list. Nick with 45-bit says, we want to audit police because they kill people unnecessarily. You want to audit police because you're a spoiled fucking child. We are not the same. Yep.
Parking. There's no reason for you to park like this.
They're not, honestly, again, are they parked great? No. But also, there's clearly a hot dog truck right there. They're not obstructing anyone. I don't care.
You could have backed in right here.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just back in normally?
I was responding to a call, sir.
Right. So you respond to a call, so park like a fucking normal person.
Okay.
This is part of the reason why normal people like me are sick of you guys.
No, it's not. You're just looking for dumb shit. You're looking for really dumb shit. People don't like the cops because they get away with committing crime. That's why. Cops assaulting people, cops killing people, cops getting away with planting evidence and all sorts of dumb shit. Over-policing certain areas, profiling people based on their race. These are real issues. This parking thing, not an issue. You just want attention.
Like, look. You're impeding traffic. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock fucking traffic. Why are you parked like this? Show me
He's not far enough over that he's impeding traffic in any way.
the emergency that you need to park out here, jump out of your car.
It's not an emergency anymore.
Right.
And
So
I just got citizen flag down. I was going to move my vehicle, but he wanted me to citizen flag down.
Yeah, why don't you repark your car so that the rest of us don't have to...
Because someone flagged him down and he was trying to get out quickly. That's why. He doesn't know why the person's flagging him down. Someone could have been hurt. Someone could need help immediately. There could be a robbery. Who knows? But the cop got flagged down. So he pulled over quickly and got out to see what was going on.
Have to drive around.
Look at all these people not having an issue.
Okay.
Like, this kind of shit has to change.
Okay. Well, you want to stay on the curb for me so we
No,
don't
I
get hit
don't.
by a
I don't
car?
want to be told what to do by you.
I was asking.
How dare you park that way? You're impeding traffic. Oh, well, you're standing in the road right where my car is. Would you like to get out of the way so cars have an easier time getting around? No, you can't tell me what to do.
Well, you can ask all you want.
Okay.
Listen, you are a young, good-looking dude. Quit this bullshit.
Oh, is this about to get super fucking hot? You are a young, good-looking dude. Bow, bow, bow.
Good job. You're a good dude, man.
He's just a really awkward guy, and this is how he hits on people. He doesn't know how to approach. So he just pretends to do the auditor stuff.
Man, I may hate cops, and I fucking hate cops. Fucking hate them. You're a young, good-looking dude.
He said it again! Yeah, fuck the police. Winky face.
Well, I'm trying to change that for people. I
No,
don't want
dude.
people to hate cops anymore.
Go down and talk to minorities. They fucking hate you. I mean,
know.
hate you like
I get
you
it all the time. And
Right.
I want to change that outlook.
Look at you, bro. I mean, I'm not a queer dude. You are a young...
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What the fuck is this guy's problem?
Good-looking man.
Thank you, sir.
You are a young, strapping, sexy man in uniform. No homo, though. I'm totally straight.
Quit this fucking job. Do something better with
But how are we going to make a difference?
How bitter is this fuck?
But how are we going to make a difference? Let me ask you that.
By starting new organizations that we head up, where we create a checks and balances system on authority. Because
So you just want to create the police with extra steps. Or we could just reform how police oversight is done and how police hiring and training practices are done with the current system. And that would also work.
Because right now, if you guys decide to beat me up, there's no one going to come here and stop you. All I have is rights, and most of the time they get walked over. But look at you, dude. You're a beautiful young man.
Why is he so focused on this man's appearance? You're a beautiful man.
I'm trying to make a difference.
Right, but you signed up to an oppressive, racist regime. You signed up to a racist, oppressive... Look up the laws, Graham versus Connor, objective reasonableness, decided in 1974.
I know that.
It's fucking racist, bro.
T Goblin says, I'm not queer or nothing, but I kind of want to make love to you. It's fine. As long as their balls don't touch, it's very straight.
It's because the thorn ground was black. Look up Terry v. Ohio. It's because John Terry was black, bro.
Terry stops.
And how much do they go awry? How many Terry stops are complete and utter bullshit? Let me see some ID because I'm suspicious of you. And then that starts the criminal justice system for that person. Because if you arrest me now, I got to make bail and half of my family thinks I'm a criminal. Dude, you are a young fucking guy.
Did he say he isn't gay and you missed it? Yes. He used the word queer, though. He's like, I'm not a queer.
You may not like this interaction with me.
No, I don't mind it. If you can have a civil conversation, I'm totally okay with that.
Of course. I just look at this and it just fucking immediately pisses me off.
I apologize for that.
No.
I do.
Dude,
I'm not trying to offend you, sir.
Listen.
I was just trying to take a report. And
I used to have this idea that
Overthought says, I'm not saying I want to be handcuffed in the cruiser along with you, but my safe word is cinnamon.
Call you motherfuckers when you die.
They fucked in the back of the car after this? Yeah.
Good job, another pig dead, right? That's wrong. And I know I'm wrong for saying things like that previously.
The sexy cop is the top, for sure.
The truth is that you actually signed up to do good. You didn't sign up because you're an oppressive, racist piece of shit.
Not at all, sir.
You signed up because you're a good human being and you want to make good in the world. Maybe something happened when you were a kid, you saw some disgusting shit and you're like, fuck this, I'm gonna fucking change this, right? This organization, law enforcement, has numerous racist Supreme Court rulings attached to it. And the amount of power police have taken is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So, I mean, like...
Excuse me, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Like, look at the guys who are old on your fucking squads.
Excuse me?
Look at them. Guys who are 50, 60. How fucking bitter are they? Is that what you want you to be, dude? Look at you, bro.
I don't want to be. I want to be the difference, though.
What are you, 20?
Nick with 45 bits says, bold move calling a cop racist while you're being homophobic, bro ham.
I'm pretty close. Right? I'm looking at myself 20 years younger. You're far better looking than I was. But
Thank you.
There was a time I was a good looking young man. Quit.
Okay. Thank you for having the time to talk with me. I really appreciate that. That means a lot because a lot of people just want to say F you and then leave. I like to talk.
No, dude, listen, I fucking hate cops. I fucking hate that. When I pass you guys, I hope I can catch you guys doing something wrong so I can get somebody fired. I fucking hate cops.
Okay.
But when I see
Hopefully
someone...
I have a different outlook on me, though.
No, you signed up to a racist, oppressive regime. Okay. You joined dog shit. So what I'm trying to say...
There's only 30 seconds left. Is he going to call him attractive anymore in this video?
You, brother, is as a humanist, right? I was wrong for being so short-sighted before. The truth is you signed up to do good, but what you don't realize is over time, this wears you down. And if you don't believe me, look at the guys who are 50 in the police. How bitter are they? They're bitter. I'm telling you, bro. You could do all kinds of stuff with your life.
I know.
You could do all kinds of stuff. You just have to try something different.
Boo! Call him hot again.
And I just thought the cops were acting way too aggressive. There was no reason to be that aggressive, considering that on the back of the minivan, I saw this woman's kids.
You're not being nice enough to him. You need to say you're sorry. I'm...
Hats off. Oh boy. Okay, I'll do horns. Does he have any other videos where he hits on cops?
Then you don't have the right to judge what goes on in this city.
What are you talking about? I'm a citizen of America. I watched that pig arrest that man for no reason. That could happen to me.
What I'm saying to you is you do not understand that Chief Dotson just taken over.
Okay, so then he should have showed an example in leadership.
He did. He gave the guy the maximum that he could give him to that.
He could have fired him off his police squad.
Nick says if we're going to have cops, I don't know, maybe stop trying to make the good cops leave the force.
I need it's your policy. I need your name and badge number right now. I'll be going down and I'll be filing a complaint against that woman. She threw knees on that guy as he's in cuffs. I need your name and badge number. I need her name and badge number.
I'm the supervisor here.
I don't give a shit what you are. Give me your card.
Step back.
Is this Chili DeCastro? The channel's called Delete Laws. I don't know his name.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'll stand right here.
Okay.
This is my right. I know every law
I'm
there
not
is.
trying to.
Get out of my fucking face. Give me your fucking card. She need him when he's in handcuffs.
She did not
Give me.
need him, sir.
I got it on video.
I got it on camera too.
Yeah, and you think
Okay.
you're gonna release that? You dirt.
It was on the screen? Cool.
Give me your fucking
I am.
card.
This is behind the scene footage from the very first thing that I was executive producer of that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make.
He also makes movies?
Because he's got to get out. It's up here.
So what I would do, aside from this big hello.
I've been doing this for a long time, a very long time.
I guess he lives in LA or around there, so it makes some sense.
Cops get out on action, they go up, they do the thing, they wrestle him. I'm gonna take it all the way to him putting him in the car. That's what I'm telling the kill. I'm gonna have it when they walk him and put him in the back of the cop car. Is that cool? I mean, you don't have it, they can walk out of frame.
This is.
Did the police show up at some point, I'm assuming? It's him filming theoretical police brutality.
Look up, look up.
Austin, kick him in the back.
Shows is certainly hard and costs hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you do. And while producing Hollywood TV shows is certainly hard and costs hundreds of thousands of dollars even for small little productions like this one, the real life balls it takes to walk up to police who are in their full rage and call them out for what they do is far harder than any show I've ever produced. This is a
This is just him sucking his own dick in voiceover form. Do you know how absolutely brave I have to be to walk up to people with a phone and yell things at them? I am literally as good as someone who fucking fought in World War II and killed 30 Nazis.
a shout out to all the auditors in America. You are the heroes of our country. I salute
Why are there so many police officers on one person, though? Because cops are fucking nuts.
you. We have to fight for our rights. We have to fight for this country. We have to fight for our freedom. Now here's the audit.
All directors' commentary tracks are self-sucking. You've not heard a Paul Thomas Anderson track, then, because Paul Thomas Anderson, especially on my favorite movie of all time, Boogie Nights, his commentary track, Paul Thomas Anderson does nothing but shit on his movie the whole time. Not shit on it, but he's like, I would have changed this, I would have changed that, I should have done that better. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, he has a white savior complex. He constantly complains on TikTok that he, quote, can't find a proper black leader to take over his cause. Oh, ew. Ew.
Always record police. Always. Always record them. Always.
Looks like the suspect is probably resisting arrest based on what they're doing.
That's gonna work. Hit him while he's sitting down. That works. Punch somebody as they're in a car. That works out great.
Procagon with 200 bits, thank you. I assume becomes a stream boss because they said yoink.
Why don't you get her out of the way, get a man in there, and get it done?
What am I supposed to be looking at? I don't understand what I'm supposed to see here when the suspect is sus.
Are you throwing knees there, chick? Are you throwing knees at a guy who's cuffed? She's throwing knees. I got you on video. I need her name and badge number. I need her name and badge number. It's on video. I got your car number. I need her name and badge number. I need her name and badge number. I need hers right there. I need her name and badge number. Ma'am, I need your name and badge number. I need your business card. I need your, it's your policy. I need your name and badge number right now. I'll be going down and I'll be filing a complaint against that woman. She threw knees on that guy as he's in cuffs. I need your name and badge number. I need her name and badge number.
Can you file police complaints on behalf of other people?
I'm the supervisor.
To me, I thought it just looked like her foot was lifted up. And in fairness, like, I'll totally criticize the shit out of police. Police overuse force a lot. That guy was clearly trying to get the fuck out, though. They're doing their best to get the suspect in the car.
I don't give a shit what you are. Give me your card.
Step back.
Fuck you.
He says throwing knees? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck you.
It's not what it looked like to me.
I'll stand right here.
Okay.
This is my right. I know every law there is.
I'm not trying to.
You know every law? Wow. That's better than most lawyers. That's impressive.
Get out of my fucking face. Give me your fucking card. She need him when he's in handcuffs.
She did not need him, sir.
I got it on video.
I got it on camera, too.
Yeah, and you think you're going to release that, you dirty faggot?
Yeah,
give me your fucking card.
Did he use the F slur? Nick with 45-bit says, you like the law? Name every law. Hold on. It's bleeped, but it sounded like he said the F slur.
I got it on video.
I got it on camera, too.
Yeah, and you think you're going to release that, you dirty faggot?
Yeah.
Give me your fucking...
Oh, yeah. That's definitely the F slur that he fucking, like, removed. What the hell? What's his problem? This guy's dog shit. Devious Chilster says, watch how brave I am as me, a white guy, yell at the police from across the street while recording and suddenly slur. Okay, my message is derailed now. Yikes.
Card. You guys are all a disgrace. Give me your card. You're all dismissed. Get the fuck out of here. You.
Hey, give me a business card.
Yeah.
Wait, did he do it again?
Get the fuck out of here. You.
Hey, give me a business card.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Listen, the public now fucking hates you pricks. You're garbage. We see on video what you do to people. It's disgusting. How do you look at your families in the face? That was throwing knees on that guy as he's in cuffs. Fucking. You don't knee someone when he's in handcuffs. You don't need to knee him like this. What the I'll be going down. I'll be filing a complaint.
Go down there, sir.
Oh, I will.
The address is on here.
Give it over.
He's literally doing it.
Get the information.
Yeah, I'll sit here and wait. You don't knee someone in cuffs, you fucking morons. You all should have reprimanded her and said, don't knee him. But
Emmy the Drakes has officially started my HRT, and I'm glad I can finally catch a stream live. Congratulations.
You didn't. And now I'm gonna file a complaint. And whoever's in this, well, I'll file a complaint against you. There's a process to get you fuckers demoted. Affecting your fucking pension and your overtime, buddy, which is all you care about.
Hi, Drake.
I mean, why would you have a chick trying to force a full-grown man into a car? Men are 20% stronger.
Equal opportunity. She's a police officer. It doesn't matter that she's a female, sir.
I don't care if she's a police officer.
Los Angeles police officer.
I like that even the cops like, why are you being such a sexist bitch? What are you doing?
Oh,
been trained.
Did you see her knee somebody? Was that training? Was that training?
She did not knee. I'm Sergeant Mankey. You'll have my business card?
Mr. Mankey?
Sergeant Mankey.
You're not a sergeant. You're a fuck.
Did he do it again? What the shit is this guy's problem?
There's nothing about you that's sergeant-like.
Okay.
Or him, or him. You guys went to a fucking academy. None of you guys have college degrees. You're fucking morons.
Sir, I'm almost to my doctorate, if you want to know.
Well, then...
Yep.
Why are you doing this?
Because this is what I love. This is what I chose to do.
You
this
chose
is my,
to abuse
this
people?
This is my dream, sir.
I always feel so bad when it's actually someone, like, I get the impression, and again, I still think there are complete structural problems with the police that allow, like, shitbags, and as long as, like, that's a problem, the whole thing is a problem. There are systemic issues. But this particular guy is apparently going to college. He says he's almost to his doctorate. I don't know if he's getting, like, some sort of doctorate in criminal justice or something that's related to law enforcement, or if he's doing the cop thing while he's also pursuing a doctorate. But, like, this guy's clearly trying to do his fucking best, and of course this is the cop that has to deal with this asshole.
Oh, it is?
And I
abusing people?
I do a great job at it.
I don't think so. You just watched her knee him and you didn't say back off. That's why I'm filing a complaint. That right there.
All right.
And then you came up here and told me to get off here. I know my fucking rights.
Back away from the curb.
I don't have to back away.
All right, there you are, sir.
Thank you
have
very
a great day. The station's down the road. If
I know where it is, bud.
Okay.
I know where. You think I'm gonna go with you?
No, you don't have to go with me, sir, but I'll be there if you...
When you get all the T-Mobile employees to come out, you know you've made a scene. People at the T-Mobile store have seen shit you wouldn't believe.
You like to.
Mostly T-Mobile customers.
Do you think I want to talk to you? I'm gonna file a
Would you
complaint
like to
and
talk to
follow
me?
it up.
Would
For
you
what?
like to talk to me?
About what? Yeah.
Death Guard Elite says, "Hey Hannah, I'm 27. Am I too old to transition male to female? Of course not. You're never too old. Like, if you will be happy transitioning, you should do that. You should absolutely do that. Please, seriously. You're not too old. You're not too old.
Quit this job.
Well, that ain't gonna happen, sir.
Then how do you have a higher level of thinking? This is a job.
Well,
I only started when I was like 24.
Glad you think that,
No,
sir.
Okay. You don't chase down victims. There's a bunch of
Or 25. I actually don't even remember exactly.
rape kits sitting there that no one's solving. Meanwhile, you're out here enforcing laws of traffic, pulling people over for a no headlight or no tail light.
Yeah.
You're garbage.
It is.
Your family should be embarrassed.
They are not embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Trust me. A good portion of them no longer admit they got a in the family.
You might be correct, sir.
No, I'm 100%
Okay.
correct. Trust
Good.
me.
Okay, sir.
Trust me. You guys don't know what the fuck. Read the Wickersham Commission from 1929.
You have a
Read
good-
the.
you have a good day,
you said
sir.
you got a doctorate? What's the Wickersham Commission? What's
it's-
the napkin
Blackwing Hecate says, I started at 34. Yeah.
commission?
Let me ask you a
What's
question.
the Mullen Commission?
Are you interested in becoming a police officer?
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I would
Because
never do this. You're a
Because you like to do the job real well, so it would benefit the
I know
LAPD.
how you're not doing your job well.
Please.
You don't chase down victims.
Sir.
You harass people.
You have a voice. You can go to City Hall and tell them how you would like to see police
What'd
work
you
done.
think of that woman kneeing that guy in
She
handcuffs?
did not knee him.
I got it on video,
That's
bud.
fine.
That is not kneeing. She's putting... What an idiot. No. Again, I am perfectly capable of calling out police misconduct and police assaulting suspects and stuff. No. She is literally lifting her leg up because she's a little short. The guy's clearly further into the vehicle and she's trying to get up and in to do something, probably to like handcuff him or restrain him in some way. That is not a knee in any way, shape, or form. Sky Come Up Fallen says, just tase him, damn it. See, I don't agree with that. I don't think he needs to be tased. He's an asshole, but he hasn't committed any crime. Even when he sped it up there, it didn't look fast enough to be a fucking knee.
I did not see a knee, okay?
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I did not.
You got a body cam right there.
74 Quinn 74 says, I'm genuinely so excited for the next generation of trans folks because a bunch of them are going to be able to have blockers when they need it. I'm 21 and missed it, but the future doesn't need to be the same. I agree. I'm sad that I didn't get to transition at a younger age. There are things that I always think, you know, aren't going to be the way that I want them to be. But I'm happy that I'm transitioning, and I'm happier with how I am now than I was before, and that's what matters. Honest Noir says, pro tip, do film the police when they're violating people's rights or breaking the law. Don't try to interfere or be a hero. You will lose. Yep. Film the police whenever. You're allowed to. In the conduct of their duties, you are allowed to film the police. That's fine.
Way of that, and I'll
Yeah,
see if you
that's
saw
fine.
it. And if you saw it, then I'll file a complaint against
Well,
you.
you can file a complaint. I did not see a knee, okay? Let me ask you a question. Is there anything else that I can address for you?
You don't address shit for me,
Okay,
dude.
all right. You have a good day,
You don't
sir.
serve me in any way. You're a problem. If you really had any respect for yourself or your family, you would quit this job immediately. They were kneeing the guy. You're all dismissed. Take off. Go do
That's not how that works.
something else.
Blackwing Hecate says, I've started enjoying taking selfies that would have never happened pre-transition. Good for you.
It's not true. You have rights. You have rights. Supreme Court has ruled. I have every right to film. Matter of fact, he can't even tell me to stop talking. He can't tell me to move my position. Those are Supreme Court rulings.
He can tell you to move if you are interfering with, like, the actual conduct. Like, if you are too close, they can tell you to step back. I'm, like, 90% sure about that one.
These guys are... Delete laws on Instagram. Delete laws with a Z. Look, you're a young guy. Have some self-respect and quit this right now. I don't give a fuck you roll the window up or not. Quit this job.
For context, this is TikTok.
Leadership sucks. It's zero. You don't have any leadership in the black community.
I hope you're ready, because I'm about to drag this dude. In case you don't know who that is, that's Chili de Castro. I did a video exposing him yesterday, which was reported and brought down, but you can still see it on Talib Kweli's page. Basically, he's been pretending for months that he's an ally, but there's been problematic behavior along the way. There's been red flags. And then the other day, he let the racism flow. You can go watch the other video. So yesterday, he put up this very long YouTube video trying to explain his position. And man, it was an expose in white saviorism and internalized racism. Let's get into it.
When you call someone a racist, racist is the new N-word.
You know who says that? Racist. That's how he started the video out.
Oh, God, no.
Then he goes into how he, the white guy, has been searching for a black leader. It's very bizarre. Watch this.
What I've been doing is looking for a black leader.
You heard right. The white savior is out looking for a black leader that he can empower. During this little rant about why the black community needs him to find a leader for them, he goes on a rant about everything the black community is doing is dumb. Watch this.
You don't just take power because you want it. You don't march down the street and say, no justice, no peace, no racist police. And the cops are going to line up and go, you know what, I'm a racist, I'm out of here. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
And that was his right cross to the entire Black Lives Matter movement. It's giving me all lives matter vibes. But let's get back to his rant about black leadership and how you need him to find a leader for the black community.
Throughout the history of time, black people never got a seat at the table in leadership. Nobody offered them one. I reached out to black people for leadership, and that's what I was doing when I reached out to a rapper. Talib, I know a couple of your songs from the 90s or 2000s. I don't know anything you've done lately, bro. And I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. Once you called me a racist, like me calling you the N-word, it's the same thing. They're the same.
No, they're not. I think John Mulaney, I think, did the bit where he's like, if you're comparing the badness of two words and you won't even say one of those words, that's the worst word. What is wrong with your brain?
Three things. First of all, he thinks he's stumbled upon this novel idea that black people have never had a seat at the table. This has been an ongoing conversation for a long time. He thinks he discovered it. A white guy discovering something that already existed. Where have I heard that before? Number two, he's reached out to black leaders. That's why I reached out to a rapper. Racial tropes much? Number three, the N-word and calling me a racist is the same thing, except I won't say that word. Right? But let's get back to him searching for a black leader as the white savior.
Your leadership suck.
Oh, God. That's part one. Where's part
Masturbation
two?
mistakes you should never make.
Can someone link me part two, perhaps? Or I could probably find it on that. That's not what I wanted. Thank you, Baha. Blackwing Haggerty says that was John Mulaney. Okay. Evil Dead Guy says, I can't do bits, but please read this. I need help with the costume. I need a logo and name and tag temple for the Monster Girl Alliance, or MGA. It's a joke on my Mounter Girl religion, so like Mormons, but with monster girls, for an anime convention later this year. Please help. I have no idea. Maybe chat can help.
Out to so many black leaders. Or, no, I'm sorry, I'm misstepping. And this is the second part of this part. I've reached out to so many popular black people, not leaders. If any of the black influencers actually want to step up here and actually show the text messages and emails and phone calls I've given to you saying you're the leader of this because you need a voice at the table and I'm willing to block for you. How many influencers are willing to show the screenshots of me texting you saying, lead us, queen, lead us, king.
He's reached out to black influencers to find a leader. He said, lead us, queen, lead us, king. And then he goes into a rant. Well, I'll just let you listen to it.
You are not a king or a queen just because you say you are. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's a bullshit thing to say. I still say it because I want to fit into the culture, even though I don't. I know more information than you do.
Yep, you heard
Oh my god, this guy's an ass.
that correct. He's not part of the culture. And please understand that the culture is a racial dog whistle for black people. And he's not part of the culture because he's smarter. In fact, here's another clip where he implies that black people don't know anything. Watch this.
Because if a black person isn't sitting at the table, it'll be another Rutherford B. Hayes moment. I know that you don't know what that means.
And then what does he say he learned in this journey to recruit a black leader? Well, let's hear it.
And what I've determined is that we're not the same. Our team is a game changer. You are a social influencer. So what I've learned along the way is that we're not the same. And look what happens when you do step up. I just tried to recruit a black leader and look at what's happened in my life.
There you have it. White saviorism 101. We are not the same. Our team, you guys, I'm smarter. You don't know anything. You don't have any leadership. I mean, he hits every racial trope in the book. The culture. There was some people in my comment section saying that I was dividing allies when I called him out. No, I've been doing this for a really long time. I can smell a racist from a mile away. Now, let me say something directly to him. You keep jumping in my comment section talking about I'm going to sue you. I've already told you to serve the papers. So shit or get the fuck off the pot.
That guy's awesome. Baha posted another one.
This isn't about me. This isn't about me. This is about these people. This is about your freedom. This is about your liberty. It's Terry versus Ohio. Tell him overturn Terry. Overturn Terry. I can't hear you. Overturn Terry. 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 That's your chance. Do you hear me? It's not no justice, no peace, no racist police. Shut up! Don't be upset with me. I'm a hard-charging, A-personality person.
Oh, fucking yikes. This is about to get so bad, isn't it?
And I will not stop until Terry v. Ohio is overturned. If you go on the street and you march and you say anything other than overturn Terry versus Ohio, you're working against yourself. You're working against yourself. Tina Slade Richardson.
I'm joined here today by another mother who lost her son, Renee Goodwin. Her son, Jalen.
I'm so sorry.
Jalen's right here.
This is Jalen right here.
Jalen collapsed in the jail, and Renee was there to get him on a trespass. It was a book and release. And as her son is collapsed, they tell her, we don't know where he is. Come up here, Renee. They're back there working on her son, and they send her away. Call back in an hour, they said.
You guys, this is Renee Goodwin.
Hi, everybody.
This is so weird that he's like, stop fucking filming a TikTok, or at least just put the camera off to the side stationary.
That's Jalen's little girl over there. They're packing the homes.
What an asshole. He took over a whole thing about 2 people that were killed. Yeah.
That's Jalen's little girl right there. With her Patrick Mahomes jersey on.
Jalen's daughter. She's up on a Terry stop and then died in the jail.
Oh my god, this makes me so uncomfortable.
I've been here for 4 days now, and let me tell you something. I've talked to so many people who they tell me the police here are corrupt. The police here are corrupt!
Yes,
they are corrupt!
I don't think they all. I mean,
No, they all
we have family that are law enforcement.
Oh no! Oh god! I'm dying of everything. My pain, it hurts.
When you have a narcotics unit or a DEA unit that has no oversight, that leads to corruption, that leads to theft, that leads to drugs and guns getting back on the street. My son's story is a little different than Caleb's. He was arrested on a trespassing charge
Well, that's the only thing that they could get him for, but he actually wasn't trespassing that day. A trespass. On a Terry stop.
Tell them.
On a Terry stop.
What a fucking asshole. That guy's a fucking prick. Tea with Goblins with 100 bits says, I remember going to a polyamory meetup and getting cornered by some 50-plus-year-old straight guy who berated me for advocating for LGBTIQ rights, but not polyamory rights because, quote, we are oppressed too. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm trying to find if he has any other asshole videos. It's another one. Thanks, Baha.
You don't have the right to do that.
Hydrate.
Because you're black. I love black people. I have tons of black friends. But by the way, all my black friends right now are making videos. Do you know that? Every black friend I have is making a video saying, I'm friends with Chili. I've known him for this many years. I've had to do it because I don't want people to brand me racist. And now I asked them if I was racist, and they said yes. They said I was racist. Does anybody here think I'm racist? If you think I'm racist, you should unfriend me, and we shouldn't talk anymore.
I asked my friends if I was racist because I wanted their validation, and then they said I was racist. So I'm getting different friends who don't think I'm racist. He's racist? Yeah, I got that.
You guys need services? Pamphlet? Are you guys checking out? You guys want services?
Looks like he doesn't talk in that one. Okay. We should probably save more of his videos for other days. But boy, is this guy an asshole. How mandates affect your rights. Oh God, is he an anti-vaxxer too? He's live right now.
Turn and burn and take the money that we make, buy another batch, ship out a new batch. I want to buy another batch, ship out another batch. And so when I go to Tucson tomorrow to get these printed, I will, my email is deletelaws, D-E-L-E.
Okay. We're done with him for now. Delete laws. Oh no, he has more subscribers on YouTube than me. Just barely. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HannahReloaded, so I can get more subscribers than him. P-Meal with 300 bits says, hey Hannah, do you have any advice for overcoming negativity? I really would like to try being a doctor, but I spoke with a few who recommend against it. One actually said I would probably ruin my life. I have had others be supportive, but I've had a hard time overcoming the negative advice. Any tips? If it's really something that you want to do with your life, then you... How do I put this? If it's really something that you want to do with your life, and even the fact that you're asking this question implies to me that it is something that you want to do with your life, then you already know that it's something that you can and should do. If you're even seeking out advice on how to better accomplish that goal, you've already taken the first step in that you want it, and you know you want it. So, I think just try and internalize the positive, and if people say negative things about it, don't get me wrong, listen to advice and listen to concerns people have, but reframe those things and say, okay, they say this. Here's how I feel about it and why I don't feel that way. And instead, I'm going to do this, or instead going to do this other thing. I don't know if I'm being very clear. Tea with Goblins with 100 bits says, if you have to go to your black friends to tearfully ask them to assure you that you're not racist, then yes, you're racist, and you'd rather have people of color perform emotional labor for you than do the hard work yourself. Same thing with cishet men trying to prove that they're not sexist, queerphobic.
Here.
This is what I'm trying to say? Oh god, what is it? Do it! Just do it! Yeah, basically. Where was the video we were watching? It's this one.
Hold mine too. Hello, what's the emergency? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he's driving without a driver side rear view mirror. Or driver side side mirror. Not supposed to do that. Nick says, all these I'm not racist peeps were asleep in English class when they were being taught show, don't tell.
No, I don't. I'm just traveling. I just learned the law actually recently that...
He said it! He said the thing!
That if you're traveling, that you don't need a plate or your ID. It's
untrue! If you are operating a motor vehicle in the United States or its territories, then you need a driver's license. You need a license plate to operate on public roadways.
Only when you're participating in commerce that you need...
No! You have been lied to.
...to drive. But, here.
Do you have any ID at all with you?
Oh, he's got a whole folder of bullshit. Great.
Here.
It's nice when they come with sources. Of course, the sources are dog shit, but, you know. At least they have bullshit paperwork.
I don't understand that rule. I've never heard of it.
Oh, I actually printed out because I was blown away. I was shocked.
Oh, yeah, I'm fascinated too. If I could see it, that'd be great.
Well, it's because the DMV works with the government, I think.
Right.
And they don't tell anyone because they're making a lot of money off of us.
Okay.
Not true!
Doesn't apply to you? Is that correct?
I don't answer any questions about that without counsel, but I just printed out and I was blown away. My people I was talking to, they said, yeah, if you're just traveling from point A to point B, you don't need to pay for your tag or your DMV fees or any of that.
Untrue.
Okay.
Here, I have some more paperwork if you want.
Yeah, let's see.
I got to get these.
Do you have a law that says you don't have to have a mirror right here?
I got this. I got this household good in this condition, and I plan to get a mirror. I was actually just on the auto parts website talking to them. Actually, as you pull this over. But yeah, you can go through that. Take your time. I have nowhere really to go right now, and I would love to. I would love to get your feedback on this, because I'm very interested too. So.
Okay. Do you have a birthday?
I don't answer any questions. I'm just traveling, sir. I'm just trying to go where I need to go. But you can take your time. I'll turn off the car and put it in park.
I am gonna take my time.
Wait, he didn't already have the car in park? You pulled over and you didn't have the car in park? What the fuck?
Are you scared to film it here? I'm just filming this too, just for my safety. Can I get your badge number and your name too, just for the...
The badge is 945. My name's right here.
Cool. All right.
Alright, roll.
Flexing my rights. That's all I'm doing.
Oh god, he's so smug.
We're free to go.
Unfortunately, the title of this video seems to imply that the cop lets him go.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Blackwing Hecate says, I don't understand straight women. I mean, have they seen women before? Being straight is valid.
We're in a funny situation.
Your voice sounds so nervous. You're like,
I'm hella nervous, bro. I'm about to start crying.
Well, at least we do have a license, not a first one.
I'm not driving. Why do I need a license?
Yeah, you're traveling.
I'm just traveling. I'll go to jail for this, guys. My wallet's in here, so if I do go to jail, you got it. And then you're like, yep, I'll drive.
Or I'll travel.
It's up to you.
I'll travel. For sure.
I'm gonna eat a mango. Can you keep filming?
Yeah.
You need to film good though, bro. This is going on YouTube, guys. If anyone is watching this, I'm very scared. I'm like a little shaky.
I hate this man. Is he eating a lemon?
Oh, just cool out.
Not really shaky, but it's like I've been harassed by
We
these
haven't had
police
this
my
stuff
whole life.
notarized yet.
Yeah.
Just tell them we're waiting to get it notarized.
No, is that a fucking plantain? Is this fucking psychopath eating a plantain during a traffic stop? What the fuck? Who just has plantains in their car? Blackwing Haggerty says Japanese text is valid. Doesn't mean I understand it. True.
I'm just traveling. That's just to help him, those papers. He's just waiting for people like us. I have a puppy on the back of my neck. But my VIN was showing, so he'll probably let us go because he's going to read that VIN. I could cover it right now, but I'm going to be a nice guy today because I don't have my papers notarized.
So he's just going to run your VIN number instead and see that your car probably is registered. You just don't have the license plate on for some reason, which is probably why he lets you go. And again, he's eating a goddamn plantain, and it's bothering me so much. Wolf Butler says, hey, Hannah, what do you think he thinks the D on the gear shift stands for? It's not T for traveling. Procagam says, you mean you don't keep an emergency plantain? What happens if you need more potassium?
He probably knows all about it.
Bananas. Bananas have potassium.
No.
Lots of it.
I said we didn't. Never.
Direct line from Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Thanks, Disney.
I'm definitely rolling up my window a little bit more.
I think you pull it down a little bit more.
No, I'm
He seems
good,
really nice. Just pull it down a little bit.
For what?
I don't know.
I feel safe like this.
You're
I've seen too many cops shooting people lately.
Oh, he's nice, dude. Watch there be like 5 other cops that roll.
My name's on that paper. I'm gonna have my truck for that or something.
What the fuck is that he's eating? It's not a plantain either. Is it like a goddamn sweet potato? What is this psycho eating raw? Is it a mango? Is it a mango? Okay.
Don't laugh if you get tased in a onesie.
I'm holding it. Here we come.
Hot take, my favorite of the Honey I blank series is Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. I think it's the best one.
Roll down your window just a skosh more though, at least.
I want an extra drop.
Oh god.
The kid gets to watch his kid tased.
Oh my god, Mom!
Holy shit. Just let the cop come back. I'm tired of these dude bros eating a goddamn whatever in the car.
It's broken.
Roll it down.
Did you read those?
I didn't read the whole thing. I can't read that fast.
Isn't it interesting? I'm learning the law and I'm just abiding by law.
I've never had a mango.
I'm from Oregon and Washington originally.
Okay. Have you ever been in weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my name's on there.
All right.
But
Can I call you Joel?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Tea with Goblin says, I've seen weirder. Our former PM ate a raw onion during a TV interview once. Wasn't a gimmick or a dare. He just picked it up and chowed down, skin and all. What the hell?
Certainly brought a tear to my eye, but that was a tear of joy. What a wonderful endorsement for the Australian onion industry.
Is it common though we all eat onions, we all love onions, cooked and peeled. Is it common to eat a raw onion?
No, it's not common, unfortunately. I wish it was, and certainly not with the skin on. Personally, I would peel it first, but mad props to the PM, and I congratulate him on eating the onion.
You say this has provided a boon.
world a parody? Why does everything not make sense? Congratulations, PM, for eating that onion with the skin on.
I just learned about these laws recently, and I plan to get plates saying traveler for my vehicles I travel in.
That's not gonna help.
And for the vehicle I have that I participate in commerce, I'll get a license plate for that. Okay. But I have to also go get these notarized. I just learned about this law. Like, I just learned about it, and I was blown away that I've been paying all my money to the DMV for no reason. Even you don't have to have a license plate when you're traveling to pick up your kids. But you're going to have a sheriff pulling you over. You're going to have to, if there's no...
I actually just talked to my son last night about red plate. I don't think I do get it.
Yeah, I seen you, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
I can't let anyone anymore.
So I'm guessing this cop just wasn't want to deal with this shit. Pixels Falling with 100-bit says, hot all soft sit see.
You know, you and I disagree on which laws we all need to follow, but I have no reason.
You want to grab this for me? I have mango hands. I appreciate you.
Jesus Christ. Honestly, fuck that cop. Do your job, bitch.
There's junk sometimes.
I would bet $1 million if those two guys were not white, that cop would not have let those fuckers go. I would bet you $10 million. Someone sent this as a cleanse, I guess.
Grandma, can I help? Sure. Rakes are in the garage. Okay. What the? So many knives. So little time. Huh.
How much did they pay her to be in a fucking mobile game ad? Pixels Falling says how sovereign citizens see themselves.
Oh, say, can you see?
But don't
But so proudly.
Yeah, that was the episode where Hank kept getting harassed by that lady cop. Baja says, all this segment has taught me is that Hannah has no idea what a plantain looks like. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hey, here's a sovereign citizen who's taken the cue from Marcel, and he's gonna try and get rid of his debt by not harassing a debt collector, because I don't give a shit about debt collectors, fuck them, but he's just gonna annoy someone on the phone and assume that means his debt's gonna go away, which isn't how that works. Audits Noir says, plantains just remind me of Ray Comfort.
Hello? Hey. All right.
Sci-Fi Media says, take my bits, you deserve them for dealing with all these sovereign citizens. Well, thank you very much. I like your name, too. Sci-Fi Media. Cool.
Yeah, well, I just kind of doubt you're going to be able to provide me with the contract that you have with me.
Yeah, that's not how that works. If you have a debt with someone that you don't pay, or some organization, company, whatever, and they don't want to deal with it, they'll bundle that debt with other debts and sell them as a group to debt collectors who will buy them. They'll pay less than the debts are actually valued at. That way the original company gets some money rather than nothing, and then they don't have to have the expense of chasing people for the money. And the debt collectors will collect the money, ideally, at least enough that they make a profit. Shitty, yeah, it's a symptom of our dog shit economic system where everyone's running on debt. It's not good. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And legally speaking, yeah, you're supposed to pay your debt. They legally bought your debt. You're supposed to pay it. The only way to get rid of it is bankruptcy, basically.
Yeah, there's also no such thing as the city of Hillsborough. When you say that you represent the city of Hillsborough, who are you talking about? Can I put them on the stand? So who is that?
That would be the organization that is the city. The city is its own thing. The city is a legal entity. Okay, so he wasn't paying his water bill.
Okay, actually, there was something else I wanted to mention, that I had called and shut off the water service. Is this bill, does it pertain to water service that I incurred, or that was incurred after I shut the service off? Because I don't remember there being a. What are we looking at?
In fairness, water bills shouldn't exist. Hey, I wish all utilities were just, like, nationalized or, you know, taken over by the government and made direct utilities, not for profit. I don't disagree.
Okay. Yeah, it was a few years, wasn't it? That was when service was started or terminated? Of last year. I didn't have any water service last year. As a matter of fact, I shut it off in September.
You didn't have any water service last year? I'm pretty sure it's illegal to reside in a home without water. I think you need that for your certificate of occupancy and stuff. Baja, could you do me a favor if you're still listening? Could you preheat the oven? I think it's 375 for those chicken cordon bleu things, and then when it's preheated, could you throw 2 of those in the oven so I can have food when I'm done streaming? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of 2013, when I moved out of 603 North First Avenue. And I contacted the water company and told them that. And
I'm having chicken cordon bleu, no fair. It's chicken cordon bleu that's like frozen from Costco. It's pretty good for what it is. Yeah, they're the Costco ones, yeah.
I was abiding there, and I didn't even have a rental agreement.
I love Costco, by the way. Can I point that out? Fuck yeah, Costco. I think they pay their employees decent, too.
But yeah, the people that live there took advantage.
You just ate some chicken cordon bleu thing from Costco, too? Yeah, they're good.
Of me on the electricity bill as well. Every month I would pay the bill, and nobody would ever chip in. And, you know, the thing was in my name. So, so you know, what am I going to...
Costco is a good employer. See, that doesn't surprise me, because every time I've gone to Costco, the employees kick fucking ass. Like, you can super tell that the employees give a shit about their job.
They do.
Because they're treated better than at most other places, I would guess, and paid better. Ice Queen says, you going to get your law degree from there? I would, if there was one near me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to blame anybody either, and just like I'm not, you know, I don't have anything against you either. You're just doing your job, right? Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you, as a debt collector in Oregon, do you have to have a bar certification or a attorney license?
Why would you need to have an attorney's license to be a debt collector? I just gotta look this up because I don't even know where that would come from. Bar license debt collector? I don't see anything about that. And again, that's just a cursory glance at Google, so if anyone has any information, but I don't even know where you'd get that idea.
So, who are you indemnified by? If you incur some kind of liability, how are you covered? Do you have an insurance policy?
Presumably, they have business insurance. Like, every business has business insurance.
Or something? I don't personally. So you're not... You could be held personally liable then, right?
Doubtful. When you're doing things, like, on behalf of the company you work for as an employee, unless there is, like, severe negligence on your part, more likely the company will get sued, and I don't think pursuing a debt that you've been told to pursue would be anywhere close to what would constitute personal liability on the part of the employee.
Cool. That's interesting to know that you guys don't
My video's blurry.
have to be an attorney, though.
Oh, fixed.
Yeah. Well, and you know the reputation attorneys have anyway, I'm sure, right? Oh, they have just as... I'm sure
Lawyers
they're just
bad.
as...
I hate the lawyers bad joke. I hate it so much. I hate it so fucking much. Guys, lawyers are very necessary. I get it. I understand that there are scumbag lawyers out there, but there are scumbags in every profession. Fucking respect lawyers, guys. Please, at least a little bit, okay? You know how many people out there are public defenders who are going out and doing pro bono work? I know that, like, people have to do a certain number of hours, but people who, like, actually put the time in and want to help people and make sure that they're properly defended and their rights are protected, like, come on. The lawyer jokes are so fucking hack and old. Nick says, fun fact, lawyers are supposed to have ethics, and if they don't, they can get disbarred.
As reputable.
Myra Wren says, thank you, daughter of two lawyers. Yeah, one of my best friends when I was in high school, her name is Billy, she grew up and became a lawyer, and she's a wonderful person. Like, I understand, I get it, I understand this public perception of lawyers, and there are certainly bad lawyers out there, but every person I've ever known who's a lawyer genuinely gives a shit about the people they want to help, okay? Like, even when I've known lawyers who are defending clients that they think are guilty, they still defend them, and they're zealous advocates to the best of their ability, and they make sure, even if their client is guilty, and going to be found guilty most likely, that their rights are respected by the police and the courts, and making sure procedurally everything goes as it should. It's a hard job, guys. It's a hard job that takes years of schooling, and for a lot of people it's fucking thankless. So, can we stop with the fucking lawyer hate? You can hate specific lawyers if they're assholes. Absolutely. Rudy Giuliani, lawyer, asshole. But the whole profession? Come on. Devious Chilster says, fun fact, we hate the police. You know what can help you when the police do bad things? Lawyers. True.
Yeah. Hey, have you done much study on the history? On history of money and stuff? Do you even know, like, what you're doing? Because check this out. House Joint Resolution 1... No, this has to do with my bill. This has to do with the debt you're collecting. House Joint Resolution 192 of 1933 took away all the lawful money in the country.
Oh god, he's one of these gold standard fucks. I don't understand fiat currency, therefore gold is better.
So every dollar bill is actually a debt note.
Do the right think TV and movies are real life? Some of them.
But, okay, so are you interested in...
Okay, well, if you don't value your money, then can we please have your debt notes to the value of the debt you owe, please?
What kind of... Okay, then let's... Yeah, okay, well, what forms of payment do you accept, then? Let's talk about that.
Probably debit cards, credit cards. Actually, I don't know. Can you pay a debt with credit cards to a debt collector? I guess they don't care. They'll just come back around and get that debt if you don't pay it back to the credit card company. Probably major cards, money order, cash.
As in?
Modest Noir says money is kind of bullshit nowadays. Money has always been bullshit, guys. Money is a social construct. It's a measuring tool we use to value the labor, skills, goods of others. It's a way in which we measure value so we don't have to barter things with one another. It's always been a social construct. That's fine. It's a tool, an incredibly valuable tool. Narnandi Owl says, okay, buddy, are you going to pay your bills with gold bars then? Go right ahead. Tea with Goblin says, what forms of payment do you accept? Debit card, check, or gold doubloons, matey? Yar! Devious Chilster says, this is what I don't understand. So money is just debt notes. Okay, then you should be fine giving them to people because it's not your actual money, right? What's the argument here? Money is useless, so I want to keep it? Yeah, it's crazy.
Federal Reserve notes? Do you take those? Do you take Federal Reserve notes?
Money? Yeah, probably. That's what they're asking for.
For payment on debts that you're collecting.
Maybe he can pay in NFTs. Do you know how many ugly pictures of apes made by a algorithm he owns?
It says Federal Reserve note right there on the front for all debts, public and private.
Yeah, I'd imagine he'd take cash. Can you send him cash over the phone? I kind of doubt it.
Do you take those? You don't? Because I believe that the Federal Reserve notes have no value anyway. They're not backed by anything.
That's untrue. They're backed by, oh god, what's the specific wording? The full faith and confidence of the United States. Something like that. I don't remember the exact wording. It's a fiat currency.
It's not a belief.
Nick says, fun fact, NFTs and paper money are both pictures of apes. Yeah.
I'm asking you what kind of payment you accept. How would you like that payment?
Fucking, do you have a Visa? Do you have a MasterCard? We'll take Diners Club.
No, I just want to know what kind of payment you'll accept. I'm trying to pay.
Is Diners Club still a thing? Is my joke 40 years out of date? Zero V Streaming says, hey Hannah, just stopping by to watch your stream while I wait on the results of a C-word test so I can get back to work. Okay. Good luck.
Are you kidding? You're the worst debt collector ever.
Nick says, I know what Diners Club is, Hannah. Don't worry. As long as I can get one person to get my joke, that's fine. It doesn't even have to be funny. They just have to get it.
Well, why don't you prove it to me and tell me what kind of payment you will accept? Federal Reserve notes. Let's clarify this.
Yes, he'll take your fucking cash. Send him cash then.
So you do take Federal Reserve notes. As a matter of fact, that's what you just told me. That's all you accept.
Yeah, sure. Give it to him.
How about a promise to pay? Do you take those? Yeah, but, you know, I'll pay it off eventually. How about I just send you over a promissory note?
His semantics game is not helpful. I never understand this shit. You know what makes my money money? I can go and buy shit with it. That's why it's money. I can go to the store and buy phones and gavels and Coke Zero and hair curler stuff and fucking fancy feast for my cats. It's money because you can use it to buy things and services.
That's not gonna work.
It's not? How about a money order? Money order?
If you want to send me a money order for the balance, that'd be great.
Nick says, do they accept Trust Me, Bro?
Okay, can you send me a bill with a coupon on it? Yeah. No, a coupon on the bottom, a payment coupon, just like the water company sent me every month.
We're not the water company.
Well, can you send me a bill?
We have sent you a letter with it has our address, or if you'd like, you can walk into our here on North.
Sky Comet Fallen says, that's why Fallout bottle caps are real money in the game, because it can be used as currency. Yeah. It's funny, too. I've dealt with debt collectors once, and I'll tell you what happened. I had a hospital bill, a doctor's bill, not hospital. I had a doctor's office bill that I completely forgot that I had some years ago. I just completely forgot I had it. And I guess they were sending me letters about it, but I missed them somehow. I threw them out in the junk mail or something. I don't know. So I started getting calls for that debt, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I knew it was a real debt. I double checked. I wasn't getting scammed. I checked with like the hospital and stuff, or with the doctor's office. And you know what I did? I fucking paid the bill and they went away. It was only like $200 or something. It wasn't like a crazy amount, but
No, I'm 300 miles away in Eastern Oregon.
You're in Eastern Oregon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me give you an address where you can send your money.
No, I'm not going to send you any money because you haven't validated anything yet. I never made a promise to pay.
negotiate it down. You can do that. I didn't care to. I felt bad that I'd even forgotten it. And honestly, it's not like it matters. I know the hospital didn't get the money, the debt collector did, but I'm not confrontational. I just paid the bill online and moved on with my life.
Well, you know, that's going to be difficult. I don't have a postal. Yeah, you can send me all that. Unfortunately, I don't have a postal address.
So how am I going to validate something, Trent, that you're not willing to give me an address?
It's not me that's not willing to do something. It's you that needs to stop calling me because you're incurring liability every time you do.
Liability for what?
No, I don't incur anything other than
No?
that you don't really want to take care of your debt.
Oh, so it goes back to me not wanting to pay with fake script money. Fiat.
Yes. Pay it.
Not currency. Okay. Hey, you know what? You're going to be on. Hey, you're going to be famous. You're going to be on YouTube. You're going to be famous.
No one gives a shit.
Okay, bye, Jim.
And they're just going to call him later and send him more bills. And he's going to probably incur interest on it, because that's not how anything works. You can't frustrate a debt collector into not getting your money. It's literally their whole business model.
Well, you know, that was kind of difficult talking to him. It was like I was fighting to get a word in edgewise. It wasn't very...
What? You were talking most of the time! H-Baird says, narrator voice. He did not become famous.
Profitable to anybody. But, and I had to raise my voice a few times. But, you know, for the amount of stuff he was coming at me with, I feel like I did pretty good.
He did not do good. That was bad. What an asshole. Okay, I'm saving this guy to my sovereign citizen list. Recording in car. Zero V Streaming says, why do sovereign citizens think this makes them look good? Are they just stupid? Wait, what am I saying? Of course they are.
Oh, man.
I shouldn't. He was boring. Whatever you say. Who we got next? Lily Love Stuff with 45-bit says, oh wait, Felix Night Owl first says, I only told a few people this, but I've paid very, very little on my $45K student loan debt, and I incurred it in 2011. Don't tell anyone. I'm waiting for Biden to forgive it. I'm crossing my fingers for you. I really am. Hopefully he feels beat down enough by the time midterms come around that he'll do something. Otherwise, I wouldn't hold your breath, unfortunately. Lily Love Stuff says, so I handle people who have to pay off their bills for the company I work with, and nothing makes me roll my eyes more than I have millions of followers, and I'm going to ruin your company. Maybe the lawyers who say they'll bill us for their time. Have we heard anything about our favorite citizen, Marcel? Oh, you missed that part of the stream. Yeah, Marcel's wanted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and he is hiding from the police. So, yeah, we're probably not going to hear from him ever again or for a while. I'm not joking, if you missed that part of the stream. He threatened the governor or something of Winnipeg, and now he's wanted for threatening the law specifically that was listed was something like threatening a internationally protected individual, because it was like a public official, and threatening an individual. So they're looking for him.
Hi, my name's Jane Scarf, and I'm coming to you from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I wanted...
Sorry, Winnipeg is the city in the province of Manitoba. I'm sorry, I don't know Canada things. Zero V Streaming says, did you hear about how some sovereign citizens may have set fire to old Parliament House down in Australia? Yes, we watched that video early on in the stream. Really weird. Devious Chilster says, can you imagine the fear Marcel has when he realized he's not actually God? Yeah, that's, if they pick him up, I hope he gets help, because Marcel is clearly mentally ill. Like, he's got severe bipolar going on. Not my words, I believe he has said as much. He's got rather manic depression. Is manic depression... I always forget which one is the current nomenclature. I think it's manic depression. I'm not sure, though. Tea with Goblin says, do you manage to take a look at the grifter who switched from peddling bicarb as a treatment for cancer to offering biblically based common law workshops for anti-vaxxers? Sorry to be a broken record, but he's a real piece of work. Bipolar? Is it bipolar? Okay. No, I haven't. Do you have a link to that guy? Tea with Goblins?
Talk to you today about the notices of liability that Rebecca Shepherd and I have been working on for the past several weeks. We've already put one out for where a vaccine passport is required to enter any kind of facility.
You whispered them to me? Okay. Let me grab it real quick. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Boop boop doop boop 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 boop. Is that the most annoying noise ever? Kind of seems like it, probably. Let's see.
Healthy.
This guy. Okay. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, or I'll at least save it to my list. Hydrate.
And we put one out for employees who are having problems with their employers with regard to forced vaccination disclosure, and students. And this evening...
Yeah, next Sunday is the patron-only live stream.
Not this evening, tomorrow.
Thanks, Baja.
Evening at 8 o'clock, we're going to be putting out a notice of liability for masks, and then the following Tuesday will be notice of liability.
She is also from Canada. I wonder if she knows about Marcel.
For business owners who are being forced to require vaccination passports in order to enter their facilities. This is creating liability for these businesses because they can be sued for...
No, they cannot. I'm going to put that out there. I don't know anything about Canadian law, and I'm going to tell you right now, no, they can't.
On privacy, and there's case law that Supreme Court case law that confirms that you can't force anybody to disclose personal information, and medical information is particularly sensitive. So,
you're right. They can't force you, but if you want to go in their business, you can voluntarily give it up. Yeah, voluntarily.
They're being, required by public health, and that's another whole story, whether that can even happen legally. And then also, they're losing business because the people that aren't getting a vaccine and don't have any proof of it are not allowed in their facility. That's a direct loss of business for them. So they have everything to say about liability. And so that will be available on Tuesday, and we'll have a Zoom at 8 o'clock through stanfordthe.ca, and it'll explain what the liability is.
She's not talking about HIPAA. She's talking about some Canadian equivalent.
Out, and then there's a guide that you can download and a template that you can download after the video. Last video we had with regard to the teachers and students, we had 1,000 participants logged in. And then
this lady's boring. Let's try that guy you just sent me. Felix Night Owl with 45-bit says, "What's so special about the patron-only live streams? I thought about doing it because you're my favorite Twitcher." Smaller audience, smaller audience. We do it on YouTube so we can watch stuff that we can't watch on Twitch. Like people who've been banned from Twitch, like Bryson, Nick Fuentes, some other people. Sometimes we play games on there, like Jackbox games, and have a good time. It's a much smaller audience, so I'm paying more attention to each of you individually. I'm more open to, like, suggestions and stuff from you guys. It just, depends. And it helps support the show in general. Hats off. Oh, boy. Okay. God, what can I add to this? Let's see. Can I add this on top?
Industry. So obviously, being in the health industry, it's just constant litigation left, right, and centre. I've also got a soda blasting business where I use commercial grade bicarb, and I manufacture these machines, and I do stuff for Airbus military over in Spain, the defence force. So it's constant litigation there as well. Now, common law. There's a lot of common law groups out there. I've been doing this for almost 25, 30 years, and look, I've been talking common law for that long, and nobody's really wanted to hear it. Now, all of a sudden, we need common law. I've been up against solicitors, lawyers, Queen's counsels, barristers, you name it, and I've been...
Oh, my God.
Now, what is the servant supposed to...
I'm going to have to go through this and find good shit, because this stream quality for him is so bad. I'll save it, though. I thought that guy was wearing blackface for a second because he was wearing Raiders face paint. I was very confused. It's like 1 minute? No, it's an hour. This is an hour-long video. Hydrate. Oh, the clip of Monsters Inc. he uses? Okay, I'll just avoid it. I'm not gonna lie, I found this a little funny. This guy goes up to a cop and starts asking him a bunch of questions.
What is this about? Who are you? I'm asking the questions. Why are you slurring your words today? So have you been here all day, or have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all?
Who are you?
Have you been to the bar today?
Who are you?
I'm an investigator.
Investigator for who?
Wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all? Get your butt back in your office and do your job.
You shut up and get out of here.
You get your butt back in your office and do your job.
No. No.
You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
Whatever.
You punk ass.
All right, Freedom Unchained here. I had to bring you this hilarious cop watching video. This investigative reporter, as he calls himself, asking the same questions that these cops ask everybody else. These guys are doing amazing work on these First Amendment audits videos. So if you like his video, I'll have his video linked in the description.
Pictures of our parking lot. What's this about?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, this is a police law enforcement parking lot. Yeah, it is a problem.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm Detective Mike Jardine.
Oh, yeah? What are you working on?
What's a First Amendment audit? Basically, people go around different places with a camera, and people will be like, hey, can you not film me? And then they're like, no, I have a right to film you. And sometimes they don't, because it's like a place where you're not supposed to film or don't have a right to film, like private businesses or certain interiors of government offices.
What are you working on right now?
Several cases.
Okay.
What is this about?
Are you working on something right now?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
All right, what are you working on? What are you working on?
It doesn't matter what I'm working on. I'm asking you, what are you doing here?
Hi, Meggie LaViolent.
Taking pictures.
Where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out and about a little bit?
What is this about? Who are you?
I'm asking the questions. Where have you been today?
No,
have you been here?
I'm asking the questions. You're on this property. You're on this property, so you need to answer my questions.
Are you drunk? Why are you slurring your words today? So have you been here all day, or have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all?
Who are you?
Have you been to the bar today?
Who are you?
I'm an investigator.
Investigator for who?
Investigative journalist. I investigate corrupt officials. So I'm wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all?
Working on a fraud case. That's
Okay.
where I've been.
Okay.
Archangel 400-bit says, hello, yes, I would like to be the stream boss person. Let's see, did you become it? Congratulations, you are the stream boss.
Have you been to the bar at all today?
No.
Okay. You got any drugs on you? Have you used any drugs today?
What a ridiculous question.
That's not a ridiculous question. Do you know where he's been today?
I don't keep tabs on him.
Okay.
Out and about.
Do you know what time his shift started?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Does he usually drink on the job, or no? No. Not that anybody knows of for sure. Have you guys ever breathalyzed him while he's been on the job? Would you submit to a breathalyzer for me right now?
You're ridiculous. You know that?
Hey.
You've got about 5 minutes to get out of here.
5 minutes is actually pretty generous. All right, got 4.5 minutes to fuck with you, I guess.
Right now.
Or what?
Or what? You're on
my property.
This isn't your
yeah,
property.
It is. Shut the hell up. Get
The cop is so confused. Again, I think the guy filming this is an asshole, but I'd be lying if I didn't find this funny.
out of here now.
What'd you say?
I said shut up and get out
No,
of here.
you get out of here now.
Hey, you better get your boy. Get your butt back in your office.
Just the absurdity of the situation is so much.
And do your job.
You shut up and get out of here.
You get your butt back in your office and do your job.
No. No.
You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
Whatever.
You punk ass. You get your ass back in there. You don't look back here again. I'll be watching you. You are now under investigation. To be clear, it has not been proven that Detective Mike Jardine is or was drinking on the job.
That's so fucking ridiculous. Oh, Lord.
See, we're born Americans, and our parents have basically pledged us against the debt of the nation through the BC and through the marriage license.
No, this is another person who believes that your birth certificate makes you the property of the United States government that they can trade on some sort of black market. Not true.
We're going to show you tonight. We're going to show you what the cases say.
How is this guy's audio so bad? He and I are literally using the exact same microphone. We're using the exact same microphone. I just have a purple thing on it.
Tonight in that regard. So when you understand what that means, a pledge.
Wait, does he have it on the wrong setting? Hold on. Wait, I have mine on the wrong setting. What the fuck? How did that happen? Oh, no, it's not. Mine's on the right setting. Okay, what setting is this on? Dun, 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 dun. No? He should be fine. I don't know what's going on.
Of that child. First off, you got to read the BC. You got to break down the BC.
He might have accidentally not selected the correct mic, yeah.
You got to understand the legal terms and terminologies of the BC.
Splootbringer, thanks for following, and Maggie LeViolent, thank you for following as well.
You got the words parent above. You got the words mother and father above. And so you have mom and dad, or mother and father, the common law definitions for the people that had the offspring, the child. And then down in the place where you sign, you have parent and informant. And so you have a legal place with the affiant section below. Why didn't it say mom again below? It's because you're acknowledging by your own hand that you're a parent, which means judicially decreed guardian, and that you're the informant, one who turns one over. I don't care whether you like to hear this or not, but you're taking that manifest.
That's not what that means in this context.
How you can unwind. You're born free, and then by...
Okay, I can't deal with that guy's mic. Sorry.
So I've already called dispatch to have an officer dispatched here to take you as you are undercover.
This guy's apparently trying to citizens arrest sheriffs, which is a bad idea.
There are statutes, I just would rather... Words?
He did a great job then, didn't he?
Excuse me?
He did a great job making himself clear.
Well, I think if you read it.
You are employed by the people.
That audio's bad too. Sorry.
Pursuant to my authority under California Penal Code, Section 837, place Mr. Polkowski under citizen's arrest.
Oh yeah, here's another one who in court tries to citizens arrest the state attorney. Felix Night Owl says, I've always wanted to start my own stream. I have ideas to make myself somewhat unique. Do you think I should go all out and buy the best sound and video equipment, or take it slow and see if I pick up a following? The most important thing, and this is something that anyone who does content online will tell you, people will deal with shittier video. People will not stand shittier audio. I'd recommend making sure you can get something that at least sounds bearable. If you're looking at what you need to invest most in, microphone. The one everyone, of course, uses is the fucking Yetis. There are much better options, but they're a pretty common starter one. If you can get one used, maybe, somewhere online, might be good. I'd imagine there are... I imagine there are better ones. Like, my audio isn't that good. Like, this is like a fucking USB condenser mic. At this point, I've been online for 10 years. I really should have a soundboard and be using a real microphone. But if you're just starting, get a decent USB mic that doesn't make people's ears bleed, and you should be good. Zero V Streaming says, do citizens arrests ever work? Sometimes. I wouldn't recommend you ever do them, though. You're more likely going to get a charge for illegal detention of someone.
Violation of Penal Code Section 166, as well as 422.6, 422.7.
Yeah, some people use the snowballs. Those are alright. I was actually going to upgrade, because Yeti has a new version of this mic. that I was thinking of upgrading to sometime, maybe when I get paid. It has more audio effects, and you can tweak the settings much more finely, so I'm probably going to check that out.
At this point in time, I am additionally requesting that a peace officer of the state of California...
I think it has more... What's the word I'm thinking of? The things... The audio engineer in the comments can probably tell me. It has more of the things that actually pick up the sound, and it does higher bit rate audio, like higher bit... I don't know audio things. The numbers are bigger! Me want!
California takes that individual who I now deliver into custody. You may cite him out pursuant to Penal Code Section 849, sub B1. That's your discretion.
That's an annoying noise.
Alexander has asked for a video of the procedure.
Excuse me, are you attempting to serve me something, sir?
Your Honor, for the record, I gave Mr. Alexander some advance sheets.
XLR mic into a mixer, yeah. The thing is, I don't know how to use a mixer. So if I got an XLR mic and got a mixer, it would probably sound worse because I have no idea what to set it to. I don't know.
I would object at this time.
Well, it's just additional.
Yeah, you can move YouTube subtitles. It's been a thing for a while.
It came to my attention after I filed my response. I basically am in court.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm the moving party, and I'd like to address the court before Mr. Polkowski says another word. And based on situations and circumstances...
Says this is about 25 years old.
Let's sign this first.
I'm sorry, sir.
So like mid-90s.
Can't do that.
Can't use a case, sir. Although procedurally I may be somewhat out of order, I would ask it be set over until Friday, since one of the rights that Mr. Alexander is stating that I'm...
Gain and master volume? Yeah, but I don't know how to... I don't know what those should be set to. Like, I have my gain on this mic set all the way down. Because I thought it made my voice sound bad when I turned the gain up. It sounded like distorted or like artificially boosted.
Violating is his right to counsel on the underlying contempt action, and if it was continued until Friday, a public defender would be present.
Oh yeah, it says on the screen 96, duh.
I think that's the first issue we should take up, is whether or not he's representing himself, or whether or not he wants a public defender appointed.
Mr. Alexander, you know I can't proceed without a stipulation. Do you wish me to send this over to the presiding judge?
Your Honor, if I may briefly address the court.
Okay, it will have to be brief, Mr. Alexander.
Briefly, Your Honor.
Because I do have 4 trials.
Pursuant to documents filed in the United States District Court this day, Fresno County Superior Court judges en banc, including all, the full court, are named expect adverse parties in a federal class action lawsuit. Thus, it would be inappropriate for any Fresno County Superior Court judge to hear this case. Equally, it is my intent, pursuant to my authority under California Penal Code, Section 837, place Mr. Polkowski under citizen's arrest.
On what basis, sir?
Violation of Penal Code Section 166, as well as 422.6, 422.7. At this point in time, I am additionally requesting that a peace officer of the state of California takes that individual who I now deliver into custody. You may cite him out pursuant to Penal Code.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oh god, the lawyer's laughing.
Sub B1.
The lawyer's like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be so good.
That's your discretion.
Yeah, we saw a part of this already because the intro was like cutting some parts together before the full video.
Additionally, Your Honor, I would leave the court a copy momentarily, my personal file copy of said petition under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 27, filed this day with the federal court. I will be additionally going over and serving the presiding judge and bank.
Tom, if you...
Game Gang says, but you should set your gain as high as possible, that your voice doesn't clip a lot, and then you adjust output levels based on that? Really? I'm supposed to have my gain all the way up and then turn the output down. Why?
You could hand me a copy of that Mr. Alexander has.
Now, I would like to have this back, Your Honor.
Hold on, let me try it right now and see how it sounds. This is probably gonna be bad. How's that? Wait, can you hear me? How's that? Doesn't that sound worse, though? It seems like it would sound way worse. I heard Baja laugh, which means it's real bad. Yeah. Thought so. Whoever gave me that advice, fuck you.
And while the matter is under consideration, I would like to depart from the courtroom, proceed with my associates across the street to serve the presiding judge. Also, my associate here today has a duplicate copy for which we would like to serve on Mr. Polkowski.
What if I turn it up a little and then turn it down some? Like, what about that? How's that sound? Is that worse?
Therefore, I would request that these documents, whatever they are, be returned to Mr. Polkowski, and when it's...
What? How's that? People are saying it's more distorted. I sounded fine to begin with. I'm putting it back. What are you people doing? What are all of you doing to me? Fuck you guys. Okay, now it's back to where it was.
It's determined how we proceed, such appropriate service would then take place. I believe, Your Honor, that Mr. Polkowski, everyone in the District Attorney's Office, pursuant to this Federal Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 27 petition, as well as every judge in the Fresno County court system appearing in bank, has a personal interest in the outcome of this matter, and therefore be inappropriate and create a conflict of interest.
They're gonna attempt to court this guy or what?
Fresno County's
etc. Look at the judge. You gotta look at her body language. You gotta look at Mr. Polkowski. Look at his body language. At first, it's...
They're laughing at you. They're laughing at you.
That you don't accept. Have you even looked at?
And
there's information on here that you don't accept. Have you even looked at?
Yeah, I have. It's the same thing that we had that came in yesterday.
No, it's not.
Well,
no, it's completely redone.
It's completely redone.
He said he didn't. I have the title where he actually wrote on there. I didn't understand the title, so I put in the title "assumed business name," which is what he didn't recognize. Everything else has.
So, for context on this video, the guy here is a sovereign citizen, and he's trying to register some kind of business at this office that registers businesses with the state. And instead of filling out their form, he made his own form with the information on it. I don't know why he's refusing to use their form, but he is. Here's something for the next cringe stream. I haven't watched, but the first 2 seconds look promising. Oh, God. Hold on, where was that link? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. Alright, I'll save that.
Has been changed on that form to match exactly what's on your form.
Yeah, no, we don't recognize this sort of sovereign citizen.
It's not a sovereign citizen.
It clearly is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
Me, if I ever ran into a sovereign citizen.
Oh, this is U.S. mail.
No, this is not exempt.
Zip code exempt is U.S. mail.
Not from the U.S. Postal Service.
U.S. Postal Service is under the District of Columbia. This is under America.
What? The post office is a federal agency, yeah. But what?
U.S. mail.
That is a classic sovereign citizen argument.
It is. So for those who don't know, some sovereign citizens believe that the only thing that is like the federal government or is the United States of America is Washington, D.C., and if you weren't born in Washington, D.C., then you aren't a U.S. citizen. None of that is true, obviously, but that's what they believe.
No, it's not a classic. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm filing a business name through your office.
No, you're not.
What is your name, sir?
My name's Peter.
Peter, last name?
Threlkel.
Can you spell that for me?
T-H-R-E-L-K-E-L. Are you recording this?
I'm in a public place.
Is that a yes?
I'm in a public place with no expectation of privacy. Now, you're telling me you won't file this, though it has everything in it that's legally required to be on that form.
Why don't you just use their form then?
And it says...
We're not going to accept that.
It says shall. That is the law. That's your own law.
You can sue us.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
But wait, it's not over yet. Even though he's been told that this homemade form will not be accepted, he decides to do what all sovereign citizens do. He doubles down.
I'm going to pay to have it filed. You can give me a denial. There's my
Why?
$50 and my form with assumed business name on it, legally given. You can deny it.
Well, we'll mail it to you.
I'm here in person.
So you do acknowledge that you are a person?
We're gonna. You can leave it. We'll mail you a denial.
We'll mail you a denial.
This can be handled now.
Okay, denied. Bye.
I'm here.
Thanks for the $50, I guess.
Person, I'm paying my $50. It's right here. This is titled exactly what I've got the old one. If you want me to go get it with the refusal letter.
I've got a copy of the old one.
With a refusal.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay, so if you have a copy of it.
Is he trying to, like, get a lawsuit or something? Does he, like, want to file a frivolous lawsuit against them and say, like, I had all the information on the form?
Then you know this is a different form.
There's some things that are changed on there.
That was told it was required.
We are not going to accept your free form.
You're not going to accept my free form based on what law?
Based on that's not an assumed business name filing.
How is this not an assumed business name filing when it's...
Having the title doesn't make an assumed business name filing.
No, but the requirements under Chapter 648.010 do make it a business filing.
No, because the organization that actually keeps track of business filings can have a standardized form that they use that they can require you to put that information on. That's not crazy. Can you imagine if everyone had different forms for things? Do you know how difficult it would be to parse all the information every day when every form is formatted differently? What a pain in the ass.
And I've listed everything required.
I swear, so much of sovereign citizen ideology is just bucking against the idea of practicality and pragmatism in the law and the way society functions. It's so bizarre.
Here. Assume business name to be registered right here. Assume business name.
Yeah. We're not going to accept it. I'm going to save you your money. We're not going to take it.
You have to take it. That's the law. It says shall.
You can sue us.
Oh, I love this guy. This guy's based as shit.
Contact us.
It's not a matter of law, it's a matter of procedure. Yeah.
So you refuse to follow the law? When it says shall, with everything written in here. This is what the law requires. You can read it for yourself.
Being in the UK, I don't know what was.
You're familiar?
I'm familiar with the law.
What's that?
I am familiar with the law.
Okay. So if you're familiar with the law and it says you shall...
We are not going to file it.
You will not file it.
We will not file it.
Can you give me a reason?
We will give you our form, and you can fill out our form as an assumed business name, and if you fill it out correctly, we will file it.
It is filled out correctly, and he said I had to use the format, which I did. I used your format to list.
Okay, use their form. What is even the purpose here? I don't even understand. Who's like, you know what I want? The freedom to use non-standardized forms when filing for a business name. That's a right we've lost in America. Blackwing Hackety says, we shall not accept.
Just everything that was on your form, and it's right here. You haven't even looked at it. You took a glance. No, you took a glance at the very top and said, "Yeah, it says assume business name."
Well,
but it's right here, Chapter 648. It states that everything
Holly
that needs to be
says the masculine urge to file a non-standard business name form
on there, which is on there.
Just take your information and put it on their form.
It's everything.
I guarantee they'll give you one. They'll say here, and you'll fill it out with the same information. And you'll give them the $50, and they'll say, congrats, that's your business name.
Thing that's on your form as well.
If you want to drop it off, we'll take it and we'll review it. But I do not guarantee that we're going to file it. And you'll get our response in the mail.
Here's my $50.
So you can give him a receipt. We'll take it and we'll review it.
What a waste of $50. Do you know how many Taco Bell tacos you could buy for $50? You could feed the whole world.
Is your name stated in here, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name is right there, Scott Wesley.
Scott Wesley, okay.
What a weirdo. That's the end of the actual video. I want to find that guy's original YouTube channel. I haven't found it so far. So I have to crib his videos off of someone else who comments on Sovereign Citizens. Van Balian, by the way, if you like this kind of content on YouTube. $50 is like a decade of Taco Bell subscriptions. Taco Bell subscriptions? Does that mean? Now I want a quesadilla. Okay, we've been going for 3 hours. That's probably good. Let's raid someone, shall we?
We don't know how to say you're gay.
Oh, holy shit. Altered Rin looks great. Look at that makeup.
Honestly.
Oh my god, it's a taco subscription service. Yoan80 says, okay, I just found out about the Supply Side Jesus comic strip and I was laughing so hard. Let's see. 30 tacos for 30 days. Why? Anyway, let's raid. Is she covering bass? Looks like it. So thanks everyone. If you liked what you saw, give me a follow. I'd love to have you back on future streams. I stream most days. Sovereign Citizens, Cringe, right-wing weirdos, MGTOW people. My favorite thing to do is debunking conspiracy theories. That's always a lot of fun. If you want to check out my older stuff on YouTube, youtube.com/HannahReloaded. Give me a subscribe. Check out my old content. There's a lot of good stuff there. And that's it. Next Sunday will be the patron-only live stream. So if you'd like to be a part of that, patreon.com/HannahReloaded. Cool. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll be doing tomorrow. Maybe the Mega Wealth Monday thing. We'll look at some dumb stuff rich people buy. Make fun of them. Who knows? Anyway, have a good night. See you later.